Me.
What up, people? Always fuck this shit up. What's going on? Who's in the building? Who's in the building? Who's in the building? Oh, there's a lot of motherfuckers in here. We are here on a Friday night. That does not mean tomorrow is canceled. I will be here. Y'all been waiting for this one, huh? Eloquently petty, articulate assholery up in the Negro swag is in the building. Keep It 100 channel. And tonight, we're going to talk about the soft girl life. What's that? I see you. I see you shaking your head. Yeah, go ahead and sip your drink. I got my guest backstage right now. Okay. What's popping? Let's see who's up in here. Brotherly Love 215. Shout out to you. Alexander Kelly. Shout out to you. Janfar. Shout out to you. Yeah. Surprise stream, I guess. This was kind of last minute. I didn't really get to promote it early, but here we are, right? So I've been telling y'all about this for some time that, a friend of mine, I've known her for about 10 years, right? We was having this conversation and somehow, I don't remember how, the soft girl life came up. I don't know if she brought it up or I brought it up. Maybe she'll remind me. Then she started talking about the soft girl life. I'm like, we gotta have this conversation in front of the brothers and some of the sisters. Got some sisters in here, so it's not all, angry men and shit. She affectionately calls this the Toxic Masculinity Podcast. Because we just some toxic motherfuckers in here. We some toxic niggas. Toxic Avenging ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? We mad. Nah, I'm fucking wild. But I want to know, what is the soft girl life, man? We talk about it, but I want to hear from somebody that, believes that this is a thing. Cameron, I see you. Lucy, I see you. Okay. Megatron, I see you. Romello was good. Yes, Friday night special. And tomorrow still Saturday Night Live. Tomorrow is the price is too damn high. She'll find that interesting. The price is too damn high. That's right. Get a drink, get a sandwich, get a Snickers, niggas. We gonna be talking about the soft girl life. You know what I'm saying? I'm saving all the fuckery that happened this week for tomorrow. Tomorrow we will talk about no voting, no fucking. Did y'all see that shit? No voting, no fucking. Right? No voting, no fucking. We gonna get our vote by denying some pussy. Interesting. That's how you get black men to vote. Y'all ain't gonna get no pussy. Y'all don't vote the way we tell you to vote. No voting, no fucking. And you got somebody who looked like Magic Johnson's son singing the shit. No voting, no fucking. That's interesting. Anyway, Ed, I see you. What's good? We are this is Friday night special, so we ain't gonna be here all night. We're gonna get right to the point. I don't think there's going to be a panel tonight. Shout out to Dar for that super sticker. I appreciate you, Dar. All right. Oh, by the way, got your uppity Negro swag cups. All right. Uppity Negro swag. This is a small one, and you can get the big one too. They got a bigger one than this. So Those are available now, right? So we ain't gonna beat around the bush too long. We'll get to Malika and all this other shit and all these divorces with Tia Mowry and all that shit. We'll get to all that shit tomorrow. This woman is waiting. She's waiting. All right. Without further ado, I'm going to bring in my friend. She's been my friend for over 10 years now. And her name is Casey Dreux. What's going on, Casey?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. See, even her voice is soft, y'all. See, she got a soft girl voice. The soft girl, right? So this is what I'm gonna do. I want to start this way. Again, I've known her for about 10 years. She knows my personality because we were on Bernard this morning. And I think it was Mr. Fantastic that made a statement about how, you know, guys get on the internet and they super red pill. They red pill to death. And then in real life, these motherfuckers be all, you know, they be different. Now, one thing Casey will tell you about me is I'm a nice guy, but I ain't no pushover. You gonna say you will you say different? I would imagine she would say that the views and opinions that I have on this podcast are the same that I hold face to face. Anyway, we're gonna get to more of these super chats. F Holiday, super sticker. I appreciate that. Thanks for coming through. And Romello to my cousin, second removed. I appreciate you, man. To the cousin, second removed. So, first things first, you know, speak to the people, tell them who you are, and then I'm going to ask you to explain what the soft girl life is. So, you know, talk to the public. Bishop, you have not missed shit. We just got here. You've missed nothing. Alonzo, shout out to Alonzo. Been hearing good things about you lately, man. Me and you got to speak. Alonzo Hall, ladies and gentlemen. Alonzo Hall, the all-star advisor. All right. So, yeah, nice rack. Woo! Woo! Everybody give applause to the nice rack. This is a woman saying, ooh, nice rack. See, told you the rack works on the internet. Niggas, they love titties. Okay? Titties always win. Told you this before. So tell us who you are.
Thank you,
What
Liz.
would you would like to speak? Go ahead. We're listening.
Okay. I am Casey Dreux, and I'm currently a independent singer and songwriter. I met Marcus modeling more than 10 years ago, but it's cool.
Right.
And we are good friends. Like, I consider him to be a good friend, right? So we talk a lot about his views, my views, right? And we tend to disagree respectfully, right? Or agree respectfully. Um, and so that's how we've maintained our friendship, right? Um, I trust him. And so there's mutual trust and respect. So we were talking about, like soft girl life because he was saying that it was trending, right? And I am a woman who I have I have a master's in business, right? So I have a master's degree. Um, I own two businesses, right? And I'm like a go-getter or maybe like Miss Independent, right? So then the topic came on, how can Miss Independent want a soft life? And isn't that contradictory?
Did I
So,
say that? I said that?
mhm.
Okay, continue.
Yeah, because, of course, like being pro woman and like, oh, a feminist, right? Like, I can do it all, right? I can take out my own trash.
So you got the girl saying, hey, Casey girl. That's
Hi,
Brandy. Brandy B. You're gonna be represented for Brandy tonight. I just want to let you know.
Oh,
But go
okay.
ahead, continue.
My best. So anyways, but I don't have any children currently, right? So I am a single woman and I don't have children. I'm currently dating. So I'm like, you know, a demographic of Black women, right? So
Okay. So
speak from my
mhm.
experience and how I live my life. I can't speak for other women, right?
So explain to us what your definition or the definition, either one, is of the soft girl life, just so that we understand it, at least from your point of view. Because I know what I've heard said, but I want to understand from your point of view what the soft girl life is.
Okay. So first I want to say like I looked for a definition. There's no definition. There's an understanding though.
Okay.
So it recently started to make I guess social media, right? Um recently an actress on a show, the stripper show. She's pregnant by an actor on the stripper
Is
show.
this P Valley?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
They're two actors, right? And they're dating. And one is
Right.
right. And she
Mhm.
had a post that went viral because while she's pregnant, well, she's making several posts like showing all the things that they're not married, her man is doing for her while she's pregnant. And she's calling it like this soft girl life. And she has another person playing in the background that's like, I don't know about this strong Black woman and hard Black, like strong Black woman narrative. I'm not trying to be strong. I'm trying to be soft. And a lot of women resonated with that because like she's saying, it's the opposite of this whole like strong Black woman. Like I gotta be strong and like angry, like defensive, protect myself, take care of myself, like do everything myself. And so I would say the definition of a soft life is directly the opposite of a hard life. Like it's soft, like my skin. My skin is soft, like I want my life soft. Like I don't want any burdens, right? So when you if you're single, how can you give yourself a soft life, right? How can you relieve your own burdens? But then if you're in a relationship, like I don't want someone who's adding burdens to my life. And burdens could be a lot of things like cheating, lying, being unreliable, being rude. So, okay, stuff like that. So, anyway, but then also there is a financial aspect because the reality is that some Black women, not all, some Black women do want to be pampered. Like they want to have the option to not work. And that is a soft life. Like,
So before you continue, let me read some of these members' comments. All right. So Hassan, he says, did she really lead with the PhD? That's something we tend, yeah.
I have
That,
a
that's a that's something. Well, PhD. She has an MBA, right? MBA, right?
mm-hmm.
Right. So I mean, well, degree. It's a degree, I guess because that's something we're used to around here. But I did just to be fair, I did ask her to tell us about herself. So uh, JBA Mega Montana says, what's good, fellas? What's good, man? What's good, brother? He said, just came back from the DR. It's very interesting. Passport bros in the building. All right, so Jafar says being independent and soft life aren't mutually exclusive, just means she wants her own shit and have a male subcontractor subsidizing her expenses. All right, Aaron Peter says, what's up, Marcus in chat? What's going on, Aaron? I'm saying this up to myself and shit. Of course they do. They want a mule to ride on. I'm not gonna read. You saw it. All right. Unreliable word to keep in memory. What does it mean? So, okay. So you said a second ago that there is a financial aspect because you said you're a soft girl and you don't want burdens and this and that and the other. So you said, so the burdens, right? So explain the burdens you're trying to avoid. Also, what is the job of the man to eliminate these burdens for you, right? The burdens that you said you don't want burdens, and there's financial burdens and things of that nature. So I just want a little bit more detail in as far as how this works.
Okay, so a burden is just that. Like, burden doesn't have to be financial, right? A burden can be anything. It's stealing your peace,
Right.
right? So there was a lot going on in the comments. Okay, so
Hey, look, I told you, so don't look at the comments, look at me.
no, I'm not looking at the comments, just the comments that you
Right.
read. But anyways,
I got you.
So anyways, okay. I did lead with my degree because I'm proud of myself. Like, I accomplished something, right? That was hard to do. So, and I led with that also because I'm not a freeloader, right? That a lot of times people will say, like, oh, a gold digger wants a provider, what do you call it? Subsidizer, subsidize my life, right? Um, you know, so it's not just financial burdens because, okay, when I come into union with another man, right, I am going to already have things established for myself, okay? Not just bills. I don't come with just bills. I come with my own stock portfolio, right? Because I've been doing that too, like trying to give myself a soft life. Like, let's say I never got married. Let's say I never had another man in my life ever again. How can I give myself a soft life? Is by giving myself financial freedom so I can eliminate my own burdens. But burdens have to do with anything that's stealing your peace. And so now I'm going to talk about me personally, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I have a choice of who I date, right? So I choose to take seriously men who are providers. There's also this caveat, okay? I only get presented offers from men when they are telling me they're providers. Like, day in and day out, when a man meets me, he's like giving me a speech. I'm not even talking about I'm single, not even talking about I'm looking. And I'm getting this speech for years about how he can take care of me. I could take care of you. I could provide a life for you. This is what men say to me, right? While I'm going
Mm-hmm.
about minding my business.
Right.
So, I'm not saying this to any men. I have not said this out loud until tonight, that for me, it's not about subsidizing my lifestyle, right? Because whether you help me get there to have a soft life, or I have to get there myself by having a hard life until I get to the soft life, like, I'm getting to the soft life where my burdens are relieved. And I was thinking about this, like, where does this whole idea of a soft life, what do I think about that? I think about it like, since we're talking about Black women, right? White women get to have a soft life. Like, since the beginning of this country, and I don't, but I'm just going to say it, like, whatever. Like, since
Mm-hmm.
the beginning of this country, right? She gets to dress nice. She gets to have her hair nice. She gets to have servants on the plantation. She gets to sit on a damn porch looking pretty on a pedestal and drink her lemonade and have a soft damn life. She got a nanny, a cook, and a housekeeper. She get to have a soft life, right? So Black women aren't allowed to say that. They're not allowed to say, we're not allowed to say, I want a soft life. Like, no, I gotta like work hard, work my fingers to the bone till I die.
So
Back crooked, work, 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 work. Like, I don't get to just say, like, oh, I want to sit pretty. Like, damn, I want a nice dress and sit pretty on the porch and get served lemonade too, maybe.
I'm
And
gonna take some notes because you're saying some very interesting things to me. But go ahead, I'm listening.
and um it's not just about sitting pretty, it's about not having burdens, like being protected, being cared for, like being taken care of in a way that I feel like somebody's got me. Like, do we both have to be working our fingers to the bone? Like, or can there be your woman, because you love her and you think she's a good woman, you actually want her to be on a pedestal, to be able to just, you don't have to sweat, I got this. You
But
just,
okay, no,
okay,
no, go ahead, continue. Get it all off because I'm listening to you.
okay.
So that, yeah,
And okay, this is another thing, right? There are levels to a soft life, because let's say like someone is on a $50,000 a year budget. No, let's say they're on a $40,000 a year budget, making 20 an hour. How could you provide a soft life to your woman? You actually could relieve her freaking burdens if you thought about it, like if you wanted to, right? Like, no, she doesn't have to get 200, like this, that, and the other, but you could relieve her burdens if you wanted to, if you found it valuable, if you found that was the type of relationship you want to have.
what
If you
I,
thought and you
I need these burdens itemized. I want to understand what you're talking
what
about
is a damn
as
burden?
far as burdens, not just mental burdens, but like because I remember the discussion that we had. So I want you to include what we previously spoke about. As far as like the burdens that you would expect to be removed from your life experience in a relationship with a man living
Okay,
the soft
I'll,
life.
I'll give you one that's real important. Survival mode. Being in survival mode, like um the thought and idea that, like, okay, there's survival mode and then there's like getting out of survival mode and you're like coasting, right? Everything's good. Like next month if something went wrong, you're not out on the street. Like there's a certain level of survival mode, right? So I'm not going to deny that being a single woman, even though like I'm doing all these things, like why did I leave with my degree? I'm doing all these things so I don't have to be in survival mode.
So
Because so
so
I'm
go
doing
ahead.
certain things. Okay, I'm just saying, like I'm doing all these things, I'm starting businesses, like I'm buying stocks, I'm doing all these things so I don't have to be in survival mode. But it's this masculine energy that I'm giving off. Like I'm like, I gotta get it, I gotta be stable, I gotta have this, I gotta have that, because there's no one that has me if I don't have me, right? I'm just out here, just unprotected, just in the wilderness, freaking just out here, right? But if I have a man, right,
Mm-hmm.
then he potentially could come in and shield me from that cold reality of survival. Like he's got this. Like he's figured out survival. I can sit down.
Okay. At this point I'm going to come in.
So
You've said a decent amount of stuff.
I agree.
Usually I listen. I listen cuz I want to understand. I listen to understand. So, from my understanding so far, I'm getting that this movement, because it's very recent, is as far as this definition of it comes from a television show, right?
No,
That's
no,
what it sounds like. Well,
no, not from a television show. From the girl, her real life. She was posting about how her current man is giving her a soft life. Not
okay. So
from.
celebrities, right? So someone in celebrities, so some celebrity female is basically saying, "Hey, I live a soft girl life," right? Some celebrity who's making whatever money she's making and she's living a soft girl life, married to her who she's married to? A celebrity guy, athlete, something like this?
No, they're not making that much money. Anyway, no, they are two actors on this show, right? I don't think they're making that much money on this show. It's just second season. But anyways,
Okay.
I don't know their income. But what I do
Right.
know is that
Go ahead.
they're
Continue.
dating people. They're dating. They're not even married. She's pregnant. She's like 7, 8 months pregnant. And he's basically been massaging her feet. He's massaging her feet, like treating her, pampering her. And she's like, has another unrelated woman, not a celebrity, in the background talking, and the audio is saying like, that strong Black woman, I don't want that. Like, I want the soft life.
Let me ask you something, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I heard you say it, but I'm gonna ask you this anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Because you said that the guy's coming to take away all the burdens and rescue you from the wilderness, right? Right, yeah. I'm glad you laughed because I found that, a little amusing. From the wilderness. You're a woman with an MBA. You got a degree. You run a business, right? You're not exactly living in the wilderness. Let's start off by saying that. You're not exactly living in the wilderness, like right? Yeah, but let's start there. I got a bunch of notes here, and fellas, bear with me because I'm gonna get to it all. So this man rescues you from the wilderness, from the lions, the tigers, and the bears and shit, right? You just comes and swoops down and rescues you from your college educated struggle, right? Your independent, single, I run a business, make this amount of money, and I got this coming in struggle, right? This thing that you built for yourself, this functioning, I can take care of myself, I don't need a man existence. That's what it is. That's what it is. You said, hey, just in case nobody coming through this, I got this going on. That's the reality, right? That's what we talk about, right?
But I don't need a man. There's no man.
No, well, I don't need a man to support me. That's what that is, right?
There's no man here to support me.
No, you said that you went to school, you got a degree, and you built this life and this business so that while nobody is around, you can support yourself. So then you don't need being the functional word. You don't need a man to support you. Am I correct so far? Pardon me, members, if I don't read all the members' comments immediately. Just bear with me. Just bear with me. So you got all this together. The independent setup that you don't really need a man to really rescue you from the wilderness. The wilderness is, a chick that doesn't have an education, is not running a business, and like she's on her knuckles. That's the wilderness. What you're dealing with, what you've built, is not that. You would imagine, at least in my opinion, I would imagine that a woman that is looking to be, taken care of by a man would build herself to be more so of someone who would accommodate that sort of relationship, as far as long-term relationship, a marriage, cohabitation, this type of thing, as opposed to, I'm going to build this over here just in case nobody comes along to rescue me from this wilderness, because we live in America. This is a first world nation. Let me speak to something else you said. You spoke about white women. You spoke about white women. Let's examine that for a second. Okay. Number one, if white women's life was so soft, how do you explain feminism? White feminism. If they had it so fucking great, if they shit was such a lemonade sipping dream, how do you explain feminism? Mm-hmm. You didn't start that. When I say you, I mean black women. Black women didn't start feminism. White women did. Mm-hmm. Y'all jumped on the bandwagon, but it was their bandwagon, right? Mm-hmm. They said, we ain't taking this shit no more, suffrage and feminism and this and that and the other. So life must not have been that great over there. They had an issue. And Black women have made that issue their issue. And there's this idea, there's this perception, this idea that white women are living this life. White women are out buying Birkin bags and red bottoms and, you know, wearing Chanel and all of this shit every day. The average white woman is living this soft life, as you call it, right? And Black women are like, well, goddamn, can we get some of that? Right?
Yeah.
Understand, and this ain't my opinion, but this is facts. White women are breaking bread with their husbands. The average white woman is not living this life that you think they're living. They're not. White women, they're not. They're not. You might think, you might rebut this, and you have the opportunity to. Let me ask you a question. How many or what percentage of white women do you think is living this thing that you're described, like they have no burdens, they're getting petties and manis, and they're at the spa and Sex in the City and shit like that? I want to understand what percentage of white women you think are living this reality in 2022. I'll tell you, answer in short form, not so long form, but you know, because I got more to say, but go ahead, I'm listening. What percentage
Of the middle class?
I said white women.
Okay.
The white women in America.
Well, not the low class women, but so if I'm assuming that,
so you accept that there's low class white women.
Yeah.
They're not living soft girl life, are they?
No. They live
So I'm sorry?
They live in a hard life too.
They're living a hard life. So why is it that Black women deserve to have their burdens removed and these poor white women don't? The ones that, if you look at white, because you said white women, you didn't say white women married to rich men, because understand this, there ain't, what percentage of men in this country, or better yet, what percentage of people in this country you think make more than 6 figures?
It doesn't take 6 figures to have a soft life, but the percentage is low because they say the average income is like 50,000 in this country.
Okay, so
that figures was not a determination of
you still haven't itemized, like you said, remove burdens. What I'm trying to understand is, what are men doing to make your life soft? You haven't explained that yet. Now, I do remember some of the stuff we talked about, but I'd rather you say it than I say it, because I do remember it. So say what you said on the phone, man.
Okay, but that's me, right? Okay.
No, that's fine. We're talking to you.
There's a couple of things I've written down, but okay. Because soft comes at a cost, right? Okay, so soft.
Trying to do the math.
I didn't say that it was costless. Like, I didn't say it was free.
I understand, but right now we're talking about 50 versus 6 figures. So what I'm trying to do is understand the cost so that we can get these numbers right. So I'm listening. I'm sorry.
So this is where it's gonna go crazy.
It might.
Because my preference of the type of soft life I want to live is, I like some luxurious stuff thrown in there. Like, yes, like this is my preference. That is not the definition of soft life, but it is my preference. Yes, that I have certain luxuries in my life, right? Even the certain luxuries that I already have, right? That I already give myself. And then more. Oh my gosh. Like right now I have a housekeeper that comes every week. But I would love like a certain gym membership that is about $200 a month. But more importantly than that, there's a family gym membership to the same gym, which is only like $300. So
you're going to save them some money.
Yeah, for all of us to benefit from.
You're such a great person. You're going to let him get the cheap one.
Want to benefit from a eucalyptus steam room. If you've ever been to a eucalyptus steam room, you would know that a gym that a gym that has a eucalyptus steam room seems like the life we all want to live. If we can afford it.
A eucalyptus steam room,
Have
fellas.
you ever experienced it?
So you believe, you know, because you're saying a soft girl life is not required. I would venture to say, and then I'm gonna read a super chat because Prime just sent me a super chat. I would venture to say that most girls talking about soft girl life
Uh-huh.
is not talking about doing it on 50K a year. I think it would stand to reason that a soft girl life, 50K ain't enough because that's regular shit.
Just for devil's advocate here, like
Devil's advocate. Okay.
not everyone's definition of, like, I've met women whose definition of a good life is not my definition of a good
So
life. Right?
soft girl life.
Right, but like for a soft girl, so everyone's definition is gonna be different. Like my soft girl life could be, I don't care about the type of car, but I do want my car like paid for because I don't have to worry about that.
What kind of car?
But see, I don't care about the kind of car.
You do. If you come on, man. Let me read.
Who do care?
Hold
Right now, okay, no, I'm a very frugal person when it comes to stuff like that. Like, in order to start my business, like, I made sure that the cars that I drove were like reasonable cars.
We're not talking about what you would be paying for. We talking about what he would be supplying you, because you can be frugal with your money,
right?
But women don't treat their money like.
See, this is the misconception. I'm not here to add an extra burden. Like, I'm not here to be all out expensive. Like, I've got to have this type of car.
You said luxury.
There are luxuries that I like. It's my preference, right? So just like my preference is not a so-and-so car, but my preference is a gym membership, which I would like to say, I'm going to get that gym membership if I'm single or not, right? Remember, because I've already made my mind up that a eucalyptus steam room is for me. But
doesn't sound like the wilderness, though.
No, the wilderness is on the other side of my window, because
if you're single and you can get the eucalyptus situation,
I gotta make it happen. I'm in my masculine energy. It's called masculine energy. If I'm going out and making it happen, like if I'm going out and making it happen by any means necessary, like I gotta figure it out. Like I gotta figure it out. I gotta hustle and I gotta figure out. I gotta stay up late at night. I gotta wake up early in the morning. I gotta, miss my beauty sleep. I gotta get old. I don't have time to work out because I gotta hustle. So then you wondering why women are getting fat, because she ain't got no time on her hands to be going to the gym and working out and having the luxury of having time set aside, because she got to worry about this, that, and the other.
Hold that thought. I gotta hold your thought. Hold your thought. I gotta.
If
okay,
I had
go ahead.
A soft life, right?
Right.
If I had a soft life, then I would be going to the gym every day, to the eucalyptus room every day. I would have my skin glowing and beautiful every day. I would come home with a smile on my face, and I'm so happy to see you and giving you that peace you so much desire.
Let me read. So let me bust down how this works. There's a super chat on the screen. When the super chats come up, I gotta read them.
What does that mean?
Right. So this is a super chat.
Majority of the other groups of women work. Why do B-dubs think? What is B-dubs think?
B-dubs is black BW, black women.
Oh, black women. Those women just sit at home. I didn't say.
Read the rest. Read the rest. If you're gonna read the super chat, read the whole thing.
Why they are obsessed with sitting around? I didn't say sitting around.
So it said majority of
women.
What percent of other women who are non-black, what percent of those women you think work and contribute financially to the household?
I don't know. All I can talk about is the women I've worked with. Like, if we're going to talk about white women I've worked with, okay, how
you work with? So they work with you at your job. I'm sorry.
By choice.
How you know this?
They told me verbally, yeah, I want to work because blah blah blah, but when I go on maternity leave, I'm not going to come back for 4 or 5 years until we talked about it, until our baby is, in whatever, preschool, not even daycare, but preschool, right? Or they talked about if they do go back to work, they'll have a nanny full time at the house, not, they don't want to go to daycare. Or these are things like that lift burdens, is what I'm trying to say. Like, she's not sitting at home. Like, I'm too intelligent to sit at
But
home. I
but
would
you
go.
said she's working by choice, which implies that she's not contributing financially, right?
No, I'm
So
implying that she is working because she has her own goals in life, right? She wants to
okay.
blah blah blah, want to achieve whatever goal, but
Mm-hmm.
she has the softness from the wilderness of a nanny, prepared meals, a, a personal trainer. She's definitely attending the gym that I'm talking about. She's definitely is. Like, my coworkers were
So
definitely attending that gym.
so listen. What I'm trying to understand is, okay, so this woman works with you.
There are women who have worked with me. Yes, we work in
Right.
the
So
department.
so these are white women who choose to get up in the morning, right? Out of their beauty sleep, like you said earlier, to come to a job working with you. Now you get up out of your beauty sleep. Somehow.
The difference is I ain't got no man.
No. Listen. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you're both at the job out of your beauty sleep and your masculine energy, right?
No,
No,
there's a
no,
difference.
no. Hold on. If I'm trying to understand, because you said when you're single, you have to get up in the morning out of your beauty sleep and go work somewhere. To be honest, the only difference to me seems like, because if this is the burden that you're trying to escape, if you're trying to escape the function of having to get up in the morning and go somewhere, as opposed to relaxing or going to, doing these other things that you'd rather be doing, right? The only difference is her money is hers and your money goes to, your bills or this or that and third, right? Which it would sound to me as, I guess, the wilderness is you having to use your income to support yourself, as opposed to it being freed up for whatever you would like. That's what I'm telling you, because you said you work with women who, by choice, they're in their quote unquote masculine energy, right? Because you said masculine energy is getting up, going to work, and making an income. And you're saying that these women are choosing to, these white women who, according to what you said earlier, they're not doing those things. Black women have to get up early and go work, and white women are chilling at the crib and, being pampered and all this other stuff, right? Why are these white women choosing to go to work and be in their mask? These same white women you said were living soft lives. 9 to 5 jobs are not soft lives. They're not. Corporate is not a soft life. Hold before you respond, I got to read this super chat. 70% of white women are working till 65. These, and just understand that when these guys say this stuff, these are stats. This is not opinions. This ain't, my mama's boyfriend's cousin's uncle's side baby mama knows somebody who's dealing with this. These are statistics. So understand, when you describe going to a job as masculine energy,
I wish you
why is it
could.
masculine energy for you as the black woman and not masculine energy for the Asian, the Caucasian, and the Latina? Explain that to me.
I wish you could roll back the tape, because I didn't say going to work was masculine energy. I said making it happen is masculine energy. So
What's
there's
describe making it happen? What do you mean making it
okay,
happen?
making it happen means like I gotta hustle to figure out how this is going to happen. It's a very masculine thing to do
What's
because I'm having to figure out how to make ends meet, how to double it, multiply it, just grow it, right? I'm being a man at that point. I'm being masculine, not going to work. I didn't say going to work is being masculine.
you
I
this
said making it happen, like trying to figure out how you're going to make ends meet, how you're going to make something happen is very masculine energy. Like,
what
how am I going to make this happen?
you keep saying that. What's figuring out? What is there to figure out? You go to work, you get your check, and you pay your
See,
bills.
this is the part, like, you were joking of like, okay, how could it be that I am a entrepreneur, but I'm sat talking about the wilderness? On the other end of my business being successful is what?
If your business is
Homelessness.
success, if your business is successful, then there's nothing to figure out. You
No,
you
on the
you
other
you have it.
on the other end of it.
What's that? Explain that to me.
Like, let's say a woman opens a restaurant, right? She got a good idea. She got some good recipes. She, uses her savings and she opens up a restaurant. But a
Mhm.
restaurant the average restaurant fails in 5 years, right? So on the other side of her restaurant is the wilderness. Like, she's got to figure out how to make it and how not to fail, because if she did fail, her ass would be homeless and ain't nobody gonna come and get her. Like,
But you said it's already built. If you built the business, you just run the business.
I
I'm
mean,
trying to
that's
understand.
how
But you said, but on one hand you're talking about a business. On the other hand, you're saying you worked, right? So that
yeah.
implies to me
So
that you worked at a job.
I moved away from that because I moved away
Okay.
from working at a establishment like corporate America, because I realized that I wanted financial freedom. Like, I wanted to give myself this soft life. And the closest way to do that is to be able to find a way to increase my income, right? Take away the ceiling of what people say that I can make, right? To try to be creative, right?
And this is masculine energy that you're going through,
To
doing
make
that,
it out and go
right?
get it. Yeah, go getting it
To go get it, right?
is really masculine, right?
Okay, okay. I'm following you so far. Keep going.
I would just like to say, okay, so we have masculine energy. That's like figuring out, gonna make it happen, gonna go get it. That's that strong backbone. I'm tough, right? And then masculine energy is like giving, providing, and it goes down to basic of the penis gives and provides semen to the freaking eggs who are sitting there, right?
So
Feminine
so so
energy
so
is
it's
the
your
giving,
oh so you so you're
gathering.
so you're
Feminine
saying
gathering.
so you're saying that this is a bio. I just want to be clear, so then I can speak on it when you're done. You're saying that biologically, men's energy is to give, and biologically, women's energy is to receive.
Gather.
Continue.
Yes. So anytime that I'm in a figuring it out, hustling, working hard, trying to figure out how to make ends meet, figuring out how to multiply it, trying to figure out how to provide, I am in my masculine energy. Anytime that I'm receiving, gathering and making a meal, gathering and making a home, gathering and, you know, educating and enlightening and raising and beautifying and just making life better, I'm gathering, making something out of what I have gathered. But if I got to go out and get it, and then so I'm in my masculine energy going out and get it, then I got to bring it back and make it into something. When do I have time to keep myself in the best shape, in the best health? When do I have time to encourage my man, keep my man's mental going strong, that he can do it, that I believe in him, encouraging him, respecting him, like supporting him in any way that he needs? When do I have time for all of that? Because I'm in this, I gotta go get it. 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 Like, there's a part of
But listen,
protection.
listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. So, do you, in this soft girl existence, do you work or run a business?
It's my choice.
No. But then
It,
when do you have time to do any of the shit you just said?
because
If
it's
hold on. Now
not
you gotta let me ask you the question. You said if you're trying to figure it out, if you're doing this, then you ain't got time to think about him. But if the only difference is he's working in providing this soft girl life, right? This paying for everything. If you're still running a business or working, and the only exception is you're just keeping your income, you still don't have time. Hold on. You still are dedicating time. So are you saying you're going to dissolve your business and quit your job and be a homebody to live this soft girl life that you're talking about? So the thing that the degree that you got, the successful business that you built, all of these things that, just in case this whole thing crumbles and is back to the wilderness, you're going to give all that up. You're going to throw all of that away and just live off that one income as a soft girl. Because I just want to understand that if you keep your business and your well-paying, I got an MBA job, then you still don't have time to do all of that stuff that you said that you would be doing for him, because you're still busy. The only difference is your money isn't tied into the household.
Can I answer now?
I stopped talking.
Okay. So here's the thing, like, if you a business is an asset. So an asset, like anything else, let's say I had a house instead of a business, and the house is bought and paid for, right?
I just hope the answer to my question is somewhere in here, but continue.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna need you to answer that question. Because I did ask you one. But go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm listening.
I got it. The question is, how could you be doing all these things and then
No, the question is, do you dissolve? Do you eliminate all of these distractions that you've created because you are rescuing yourself from the wilderness as a single woman? Now that you're in a relationship, does all that shit go to the dirt? Because now you're in a relationship as a soft girl. Because if you maintain those things that you built, then you don't got time for the gym. You ain't got time to rest in your femininity, or none of this other stuff, that you're saying that you would be doing for him. So that's the question. Do you dissolve? Because you're saying the business is an asset.
if it benefits us financially for me to dissolve it, then we should dissolve it. If we can absorb it and keep that asset, then it benefits us to keep an asset. If it benefits us to keep an asset going, then it's beneficial to keep us going. Like, I don't understand dissolving an asset. Now, I'm tired, right? The whole point is Black women are tired. Like, I'm tired, right? Like, okay, I've built something, yeah, and it's about ready to be able to have employees. Now, if you come to me, we come together and you're like, you got to dissolve it, even though it's not beneficial to our portfolio, versus like, if we figure out how the freak we could, what did you use a word?
Thank you for the super chat, TTT.
Use a word,
Bucks
but
for
it's
fucks.
like absorb.
Go
Like,
ahead. I'm sorry. Say that again.
If you could absorb, if in some way the man that I partner with could absorb the business and keep it as an asset, that would be
how would that work?
Because the purpose of a business is to be self-sufficient. The purpose of a
I,
business is not for us to be toiling with it.
I understand. So basically, what you're saying is you run a business.
I'm bringing an asset to a table. Like,
but the asset doesn't. But understand, the asset is yours. It doesn't benefit him. He is to supply.
But
The asset. Hold on. The asset. I want to be clear on something. The asset that you're bringing to the table is, quote unquote, is not something that you're offering to the household, as far as I understand it. So are you saying that the money from the business, it belongs to both of you, or just you? Because it's your business that you built.
we are becoming a union. Like we're coming together. Like
Okay, so go ahead.
because I have what I have, you come. We have most of the time we file taxes together. So any assets,
That's not what I'm saying.
it's a choice and it's a preference. And I never
No,
said I never
I'm not
said,
saying what you said. I'm asking you questions. I want you
right.
to
So
say directly.
my personal belief is that yeah, we're coming together. Why wouldn't the asset be added on to our family?
So let
Like
me answer that.
acquiring assets, we're acquiring financial
So
freedom in this life.
you got to
Right?
let me answer your questions if you're going to ask questions. So you asked me, why would the asset be added? Because you said that you've used your masculine energy to build this business. So while you're not in a relationship, this thing that you built can take care of you. When a man comes along, it is his job to take care of you and whatever your needs are and your burdens and all of those things, right? So what I'm trying to understand is you asked me, well, how does this thing not get put into the household? You running a business would be the same as, like, let's say you worked somewhere and you contributed your money to the household. So it would sound like whether it's money that comes from a job or money that comes from your business that you built as a single person to protect you or take care of you as a single person would not be contributed to the household. So in other words, you're saying now that this would be community money from the business. Am I wrong? Or am I hearing you wrong? Because I see that face. So this is the money from the business is our money. This is our money. Right? So what would that money from your business or your job go towards?
Okay, so I will answer that question by first establishing, like, I think we're skipping a lot of steps on our goals in the relationship.
You got to answer my
No,
question.
Let me finish because I'll let you finish now.
Okay.
Okay. So
answer the questions.
When you're dating someone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you both have the goals to have generational wealth, have something to pass down to generations, right? Okay. So when a person has an asset and then another person has an asset, then we come together and absorb the assets and then build upon that.
How does that look? What does that look like? Where does the money that's coming into?
It's ours. Yes. The answer to your question, it's
what is it going towards?
Creating a family. We are creating a generation.
You're giving me these umbrella terms. Okay, so then you are contributing. So you are contributing your business, and who's running the business? Because you keep saying absorb. And that's a nice word.
It have to be figured out. Like that's not something like, well,
who's gonna figure is he gonna figure it out, or you gonna figure it out? Because you said
a relationship of two people. Of course, you have to come together and figure out.
But you said figuring stuff out was masculine.
No, we're two.
You did. You did. You said no. You did. No, I'm holding you to that.
How we're gonna do it? We're communicating. Okay, communicating.
No, but you said. Okay,
so communicating. How does this asset benefit us, and how could we use it to create further generational wealth, to further get along our goal?
So now you're partners, because before, right? Because because before it was masculine to make decisions and figure things out. This is what Casey, I'm going to hold you to what you said, and you can listen. You talking about playback? You can roll this back, and it's there. You said, "Oh, I got to figure it all out." That's masculine. So now we have to figure out, not him, because he's the masculine energy in the relationship, right? Now we got to figure it out, us, because this is my business, right? So now we got to figure it out. I'm part of figuring it out. Another thing I wanted to get into.
You're going to go on to something else.
I'm not saying nothing else. That was the point. You said figuring things out was masculine. That's what you said.
No, you're putting words into the fact that it's my business. I'm saying it becomes our asset.
I understand that. Asset. So why is it? Why does he not assume Why
selfish
does
and all myself.
why is it that this masculine man that come into your life, why doesn't he assume the figuring out role, since figuring shit out is masculine?
He can, but we're gonna communicate about it. Wouldn't
No,
we?
but he's
We're not
masculine. But
gonna
you want to rest in femininity. So you want to go to the gym, you want to relax, you want to get your beauty sleep. So let that man figure out what to do with the business you built as a single woman, because you ain't a single woman no more. So
okay.
you have to relinquish that.
Okay, that's fine. I never said that it wasn't. I said that it's wise financial decisions to figure out how to keep this asset. I'm not
Nah,
saying I got to
I'm-
do anything. I'm saying that's wise. It would benefit him to keep the money. If I'm bringing in 150,000, I mean, it would benefit him to add it to the equation, since I'm saying I want my needs met, instead of just saying forget your 150,000.
I didn't say that.
Coming to the table with something. I just
I,
don't want to have
I,
to. I'm
I didn't
tired,
say
right?
I didn't say that. You're tired, so go chill over there, and I'll figure out what to do with this business.
And that's
I don't
fine.
need your input. This is your business.
If
Oh
that's how, if that is what works for our relationship, like that's
no, this
not
is the
all
soft
relationships.
girl
The
shit.
woman is supposed to shut up. Like some men want the woman to just shut up, but why
No,
would you have a
no,
woman who has a
you
degree in
said
business
no,
and not
because
respect?
this is soft girl shit. Understand?
Yeah,
You
but being
said,
a
hold
soft
on.
girl doesn't mean you're silent. Like if I have a resource,
You
this is
said you
very
don't want to figure shit out.
no, this is very important though. Okay. If you
Okay.
have a resource, if you have a woman, that's like having a quality woman who knows how business things. Like I've dedicated all this money, time, and effort to learn business, but you want me to just shut up because
It's
why?
not that we want you to
I
shut up.
you
You said that you did those
like that's
things
the
as
big
a single woman because you needed to not be in the wilderness. This is I'm using your words. You said that you did that in the absence of a man. It's not that the man wants you to shut up. You wanted your life to be soft. So when that man came into the situation, I would imagine that you would hand the reins over to him, because all that shit is masculine. The
right.
idea of figuring shit out, this, that, and the other, all of that, you know, that burden, the mental burden of figuring shit out, and you know, you would hand over to him and let him do. This ain't about his
Correct.
wishes. This, you describe these things as burdens that you are only dealing with because you're single. Once he shows up, then you want to let those burdens go according to the parameters of what you're describing. I want to move to something else. Now, you said men are biologically wired to give and women are biologically wired to receive. Where did you get this information?
From our sex organs.
Okay, so next. That's not how that works. Because you said biologically. That's a big word. That's science. That's a big word. That's scientific. So I would imagine if I would say something's biologically happening, that there is some biological research, or you know, facts that I can read and derive this belief from.
You want me to pull up how the man ejaculates semen into the woman's vagina that
You
goes
could, if that was the
that goes,
conversation, you could
okay,
pull
then
that up.
that is the
But
biological. The man
but
ejaculates semen
okay,
into
we
the
give you
woman's
semen
what?
and you receive semen, but
I receive
what we're
into
talking about is
where my eggs are
receiving.
sitting. My eggs are not shooting out anything. My eggs are just sitting there receiving anyone who
So
comes around.
right. So you're saying since the beginning of human existence, men have done this thing you're describing. I'm not talking about giving semen. I'm talking about giving things and leading and providing and this stuff. So you're saying
They
from the
call it
beginning,
hunter gatherers. I
the
mean, in anthropology, they call it hunter
now
gatherer.
now you know that we always use this. Female lions hunt. They're female and they hunt. They gather and they provide. Right. Right. And often we use this lioness example to describe black women who are strong and this and that and the other. You know, My thing is, if women are to receive biologically, I do believe socially we've been engineered to believe that, but as a biological function, no. But okay, so this is the question that now that we've said all of this is the question that I want to know. Even though some of the stuff that I asked you, you didn't really go into detail about, because I did ask you what were the burdens, and I tried to do the math on how much this would cost. To me, you say luxury, this sounds like north of 6 figures. This type of lifestyle for most people, right? It sounds north of 6 figures. Most women work. Very little women are living this lifestyle, race irrelevant. What does the man get from this arrangement? And I want details. What is the incentive for men? Because it has to be one. Men are people too. And it has to be more than a sexual incentive. What is the incentive for men to do all this, to provide all of these things, to provide this life, to make your life burden free and give you all of this stuff? What is the male incentive? Now, I'm a man, so incentivize me.
Okay, so there are a couple of psychologists. One is, his name is Emerson, Dr. Emerson. Anyways, he says that men psychologically want unconditional respect. And a big problem in relationship dynamics between husband and wife, man and woman, is that the woman is not giving unconditional respect. It comes with, I'll respect you if, but okay, so in my mind, when I think about what does it do for me when a man provides for me and protects me and tells me he's got me, right? And not only just tells me he got me, but he shows me that he's got me, right? That I'm protected, that I am safe, right?
Those would be the conditions, though, right?
This is what men present to me, but it just so happens that's also what I like.
No,
So,
but
so
you said that men want unconditional respect, but you said as long as this. No, continue. I just wanted, that was just an interjection. It sounds like conditions, but go ahead.
So, anyways, so what men really want is for me to unconditionally respect them, to give them this respect, to give them this honor, to give them this place of being revered and respected and honored, catered to. Certain men, men like certain things. Men like to be loved on, men like to be pampered too. Men like to be massaged on, men like to be encouraged and uplifted. Men want you to be positive. Men want to give them peace at home. Like there's certain things that men want, right? A stressed out woman isn't giving you any of that. So if you don't have peace in your relationship, it's because she's stressed. So if you want a peaceful woman, it's not by telling her to shut up, it's by relieving her burdens, whatever is causing her to be stressed and lash out. If you eliminate that thing, you get peace. Voila.
So what is
So
causing y'all to be stressed? Real quick, because you
this
didn't answer
hard
it
ass
before.
life, this
I'm
hard
sorry.
ass life is stressful,
No,
right?
you have. I need details. You giving me
Okay,
umbrella
I can only
responses. I
put it
need
like,
details.
oh,
What's stressing you?
all right. I can only put it like in an analogy, right? And I maybe forgive me, please, if I don't answer this question, but I'm trying to. Okay, I lived in New York for 2 years. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that was a hard ass life. First of all, it was like always some crap going down. It was always a threat. It was always a freaking like scam. It was just like a lot of things coming at me at once, right? And I found then people was living this hard life, like the landlord didn't have the heat on. They was just posting signs on the door, but wasn't doing nothing about the heat being off in the middle of winter. I went in this one lady's house. She was 60 years old, working every day. Her ass had to brush her teeth in the tub because the sink was broken and she was paying rent every month. And that's a hard ass life to me. Like, This woman was somebody's grandmother, working every day, walking home from work, and she don't even have a running sink. This is the definition to me of a hard life. Okay.
So unless you have a man in America, that's your reality.
No,
If a man is not
I know
showing up
I'm
to,
long-winded. I'm trying to get to it. Okay. I'm
oh,
just getting
okay,
okay.
all
I'm
right.
long-winded. Just bear with me for a second. Okay. So, anyways, I used to like drive to DC and come home, and I used to ask my family, like, is my face getting hard? I used to really be concerned. Like, am I getting hard? Like, is this life in New York like hardening me? Like, am I losing my softness? I used to ask this. I was like 24. I wasn't even thinking about a soft life, but I felt this hard life. I felt like it was hardening me. Like, I felt like my face was getting hard. And I was just like, I don't have to like live like this. Like, there are other places I could live which have a better quality of life. Okay. So I decided to leave New York because I felt like New York's way of life is very hard. And I felt like there was an easier and better quality of life other places like DC, like Maryland, I found like Atlanta, like a lot of places, just not freaking New York, not freaking New Jersey. Anyways, my whole point is that a soft life is certain comforts, right? It's a quality of life, is what I'm trying to get at. And that's why I said, like, yeah, my quality of life, the one that I preference to have, but the one that I'm building, whether a man comes along or not, it does have luxuries. But a man who is making 40,000 a year, he doesn't have to be mad at me because there are women who he can give a softer quality of life to, and he can provide for his woman a softer quality of life, right? It doesn't have to be, she don't even know what eucalyptus spa steam rooms are. I only know because I took my ass to a eucalyptus steam room for my birthday.
So
Like,
is it impossible to live nice in New York? I mean, I'm born and raised in New
I
York.
was not in the projects. I see that. I
Okay.
lived No, I did not live in the projects because I was already college educated. I actually worked on Wall Street
So
at the time, which
if that's the case,
baffled me
why did you compare yourself to this hard life woman in New York if that's not who you are?
because
Because right now,
it's hard.
I wanna say this. You picked the worst case, right? I mean, shit. There's women living on the street. You could use them for your example.
No,
But
I
that
have
ain't,
on
but hold on, but that's not you. You're not living on the street. You're not homeless. You're not whatever, brush your teeth, whatever you said.
you want
That's not your reality.
hard for
So
me.
if that's
What
the
was
case,
I want
why?
what was hard for me?
I'm sorry. You
I
gotta
want
say
to
that again.
hard for me. What was a hard life in New York?
I'm still waiting to hear what the
You want
burdens
specific?
are.
Can I please let me just
Yeah, I want to
tell
know
it?
what the burdens are that this life is rescuing you from. Like, what burdens are you dealing with, or that would you be dealing with that you would not be dealing with in this soft life? I'm
I,
waiting for that.
I was gonna say something real misogynistic.
You
My
could
dad,
no, this is the place for that.
yeah, this my daddy. Like
This
my
is the
dad
place for
used to
that.
take care of me, right? Men always talking about, "Ooh, call me daddy." Okay, well then take care of me like you're my daddy. Like my daddy used to take care of me. I ain't had no problems. I ain't had no worries. I was just living in my soft, feminine, la 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 princess
You
world,
talking about
right?
your actual father?
Yeah, my actual
Okay,
father.
all right, I hear
Soft
you.
princess world, right?
Uh-huh.
Wouldn't it be beautiful? Wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't the fairy tale be nice if I could have a daddy again? Like, and not like,
You did say fairy tale.
yeah,
I'm glad you said that. Well,
yeah, I
continue.
say it because it's a preference. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like if I get it or I don't get it, it's my goal to give myself this quality of life. It's called a quality of life. It's not about like, oh, somebody is providing for me, because if no one comes along, if my knight in shining armor doesn't come along, then yeah, I gotta be my knight, charm, and armor and give myself this quality of life. But it would be nice if I met a man who could like meet me where I am financially and we could build generational wealth. I have established a certain level of generational wealth. It would be nice together, and I do want to freaking sit down and be feminine.
What you're describing, hold on. What you're describing as a soft life is not two people building. What you're describing is
no, I don't want to build no more. I want to encourage you.
Okay, so then why are you talking about two people coming together building?
I want to encourage you, give you a pat on the back, tell you you can do it, tell you
what men get out of this, is we get pats on the back and encouragement to give and build your life.
You set your home. You get a woman who's keeping her body together. You get a woman who is, and that's why I said
at the expense of his own.
Like the opposite of stress is a flat stomach, because I'm explaining to you right now, cortisol and stress and a fat stomach all go together. You want a woman who has a flat stomach that's not surgery made? Take away her burdens, take away her stress.
So let me ask you this. What kind of toll do you think this takes on him? Because I already asked you, what does he get out of it? So now, because you said this ain't cost free. So let's put financials aside for a second, because you didn't say anything about what this cost or this cost. But again, I've made my own assumptions. What I want to know, hold on, Casey. I want this question to be clear. What I want to know is, at what stress cost, whether it be mental or physical, will all this cost him? Like this, your stress is being relieved, but you're passing your stress to him. So, you know, him coming home and getting a massage and this and that and the other. Again, this man has to pretty much go to war to create this life for you, right? So what I'm trying to understand is, do you understand that this thing that you're saying is removing your burdens and removing your stress? You are in fact passing that, because you're talking about generational wealth. You're passing stress and burdens to this man in order for you to live this, what you said, fantasy. This is your words. I'm going to use your words. You said this fantasy, right? So will this man even have the strength to enjoy the things that you are presenting to us? He is to benefit from this arrangement. I got to read this super chat. Yeah. I want to try to take what she's saying seriously, but all I can think of is motorboarding. Uru, my man.
What
motorboarding? It's a titty joke. It's titties. It's titties, fellas.
I mean, I showed my titties on purpose.
No, listen. He just made a joke. He said,
"No, I was scared."
He wants to listen, but the titties. He's a man, and he sees titties, and he's thinking about just putting his face there and doing this shit. He's doing this shit and doing this shit.
That's what he wants, right? He want to come home after a hard day's work, and he want a motorboard.
So Uru,
be tired. He don't want me to be tired either. Ask him. Does he want me to be tired? Do you want me to be too tired for you to motorboard?
That motherfucker gonna be too tired to motorboard all this shit. You gonna have him doing?
He's working a regular job.
That motherfucker gonna have all the. You know, niggas is dying early.
And you want to know why they dying early? Because they eat crap and they single.
Oh my God, Mr. Charlie.
Black men are dying because they're eating crap and they don't have no woman.
You got any overtime, Mr. Charlie? I got to give my girl a soft life.
No, actually, it's been proven. Now, that is a statistic that it's been proven that married men live longer.
Oh, you want to go there? You don't want to do that statistic here. You really, hey.
Come on, toxic masculinity nation. What you got,
fellas, she did the married men live longer trope.
No, I mean,
this is the wrong place for that shit.
why are these single black men dying like at 56? Like, come on now.
Not single. A lot of married men are dying early. Single, never married men live longer. I'll show you. Fitness Nazi, gentlemen, you can go see my vitals right now.
No, you definitely, Marcus, will live longer because you eat healthy. But a lot of these black men are not eating healthy. Come on now. Y'all drinking Hennessy, fried food, sugar.
You do that with wives. What do you think? You think these women are cooking gluten-free shit?
I am. I told somebody I was going to make pancakes and he laughed at me.
Speaking of, so
low carb pancakes.
What is as a woman living soft girl life? What is your daily routine entail? What is your job? What is your functions?
What's my slave labor?
And there it is, fellas. There it is. And there it is. Hold on. Jan Farr says subsidizing, right? So her slave labor, right? So her duties in return is slavery. So this man ain't doing slavery. He's giving all this. He's supplying this in the eucalyptus steam room and this and that and the other. He's busting his ass hold on. He's busting his ass to provide all this stuff. That ain't slavery. That ain't slavery, Mr. Charlie.
He gotta work. I mean, he does have to work. Like, men have to work. Like,
of course, men have. So what are you doing?
What am I doing?
Yes,
you want me to work
I am
so
interested.
Hard. What do you benefit? What do you benefit of me working so hard and being tired?
Like, I get to eat when I come home.
Huh?
So I get to eat when I come home.
Yeah, you should.
I come home to a clean house.
If I want you to live long, you should be eating healthy, right?
Right.
If I want you to live long. Now, if I don't care if you die off like in 5 years.
Okay, but you described your job as slave labor. What do you define as slave labor?
No, okay. So here's the thing, though, right?
That's the question that you're going to answer. What do you define as slave labor? We're not going to do the ring around the rosy shit this time. Tell me the duties that you think is slave labor.
Slave labor is me, myself, and I have to scrub them floors. Me, myself, and I got to scrub them floors. Me, myself, and I got to make breakfast, lunch, and dinner, right? That's slave labor. Versus, do you care if I'm scrubbing the floors or that the floors got scrubbed? Like, do you care that
I care that I got to work an extra shift to pay somebody to do it besides you?
But do you care that the floors are clean and the house is clean and smells good?
Or do you paying for it?
I did it.
Who's paying for it?
You're definitely paying for it.
So it's not coming out of the generational wealth business that you built.
Now, this is a different level. Okay, because this is a different level. This is what we have to do with right now. How do I currently live, right? I currently live on this level. I have a housekeeper that comes once a week. Currently, this is my level of living. Now, other women, that's not their level of living. They would never do that, right? They would never have another person come in their house and clean their house, okay? So, see, Philip Jameson said that.
We're going to take that down.
So he wants to believe that because I want this soft life, that I must have
appreciate you, Philip, for that super chat.
Like, I must have a huge super gut in order to want a soft life. Like, I can't have a flat stomach, right? If I want a soft life, because that just doesn't fit into the narrative, right? If I'm not a gold digger, I'm fat. So, but
I don't think that's what he meant. But continue.
It's holding in a super gut. Anyways, no, Philip, it's not holding in a super gut.
So again, the question was, what does slave labor consist of? And you're talking about domestic,
scrubbing the floor.
You personally doing domestic duty like a wife would, right?
Right.
This is a husband. So why is it
that I did it, or do you care that that the house is clean?
Again, if I pay for it, then I did it.
But if you don't notice the cost, like if I figured out how to keep it,
I'm gonna notice the cost. So how would you do that? Do you but I thought you needed to not figure shit out because this was so you're basically going to
do you notice the cost of somebody mowing your lawn? Do you notice that cost?
if I pay for it, I do it myself, then I notice the cost is either going to cost me time or money. What I'm asking you is you're saying that somehow you wouldn't personally do it, but either you would have somebody do it. Hold on. No, you gotta let me say this. Either you would have somebody do it, or I would be paying. If I'm paying, then you didn't do it, I did it. Because either it's gonna cost me time or money.
You ain't hired the person who is a really good
Whose money is paying? Because it's like if I
it's
buy
our
you,
money, honey.
no, it ain't. No, it's
our money.
from where? From the is this from the save me from the wilderness? I built the business money. And at that point, if I'm running that business because we're together and you're no longer single, then I did that too, because figuring shit out is masculine. So that means I'm going to figure out how to get the money out of that business to pay for the house cleaning.
We already have a set amount coming into the household.
So
right?
for the relinquishment of all these duties, because all these duties to me sound like a struggle or a burden or all of this stuff. So basically what it would sound like to me is that your job is to chill at the crib until I get home.
Chill at the crib. But
no, this is what it sounds like. Okay, to go to the gym and get your nails done and do all of the pretty girl stuff, so that when I come home, I could be a tired motherfucker looking at a pretty woman in my house because I busted my ass to pay for all the things that you didn't have to do all day in the house while you chilled in the house.
She better be treating you nice. Like, she better be a good woman. Like, if you have a good woman, then why not? Like, if you have a good woman, then why not?
What defines a good woman? So hold on, before you answer that, I gotta. So a maid service lady, and I don't have to deal with this. Yeah. So basically, I would be
like, if you find no value in a woman, then that's fine. I mean, some men don't find a value in a woman.
But what's the value outside of your mere presence? You're basically saying that your mere presence is valuable, but you're not doing anything to add value other than be present. And you're being present. Hold on. You're being present to collect benefits of soft life. So there is no reciprocal benefit or reciprocal action that you are doing. Everything is being given to you. So what is the value that men can understand, that men can understand? Because you can tell us what we should find valuable, but we can either take that or leave that. I'm trying to understand, if you are not doing anything domestically, right? I'm paying for that as a man. I'm paying for the person that's going to clean the house and do this and do that, because you're asking me, do I care who cleaned it? If I'm paying for it, I do, right? If I'm providing all this, you have to kick in. I'm running that wilderness business, that masculine energy business, that you don't want to deal with that. That's masculine. That's burdensome. So I want to know, what is your daily function that benefits me? Your daily function that benefits me, other than you going to the gym and you being pampered. That's for you. What benefits me? What should incentivize me? I want to be incentivized. Sell me the pen.
Okay. So it's very interesting to me that a woman is only valuable to some men if she like cleans. I think
so. Give me something else.
Right? Like,
give me something else. I mean, I like a clean house.
Right. We both like a clean house.
But if I'm doing all of these things, I think cleaning
and they can't clean the house. So
this is right. But this is 2022. This is 2022. This ain't back in the days where you had to really get down on your knees and do crazy shit. This is 2022, where a lot of shit is much easier. You got machines and technology to help you keep a clean house. If I'm providing all of this stuff, why should I take the extra step of relieving you of any reciprocal contributions to this relationship
Because
through
there are better things
money,
I could be doing
working more.
with my time. There are better things I could be doing with my time and my intelligence to help you,
So,
than to
if
be
right,
scrubbing some floors. Like I could actually be using my brain to help you, right? To help you, like
how
to
so?
relieve your burdens.
How
Because
so?
that's the thing. When two people come together, we relieve each other's burdens.
How so?
My
Give me an example.
right?
Give me an
Because
example of a form of you relieving some of my burdens. Because to be honest, I don't think working this much to provide these things you're describing, I would have time for much else,
what?
right? But
Why do you have time? I know
because time makes money for most people time makes money. I'm relieving all your burdens and I'm taking them on. So motherfuckers working overtime, this, that, and the other to provide this soft girl lifestyle for what you say is you
no.
said black women
I,
don't get to live like this. So you're not just speaking for
I don't
yourself, you're
want
speaking
you
for
to
black
work over,
women.
I don't want you to work overtime. I'm saying I would have to live within your means. Like I'm not saying I would live above my means.
You
Like
said luxury though.
yeah, my preference. My preference. I'm not saying for my preference. Yeah, like for my preference, am I going to? So here's a sensitive subject. Guess what? Like, I'm not going to be with someone who makes less money than me and then tell him, you gotta pay for my housekeeper and you gotta pay for my gym membership and you gotta pay this and that and the other, knowing damn well he can't afford it. Right? But are we compatible? Are we compatible? Like,
I'm asking one.
can he absorb my lifestyle? He can't. Like he
I
physically
want to
can't.
know
And
how are
I'm not going
you.
to go to him, but I'm not going to go to him and be like, you're less of a man because you can't provide my lifestyle.
That's
And,
not what I asked
you
you. That's
know,
not what I asked. I'm
I'm just
waiting.
going to say that's not my preference and what I'm looking
Mhm.
for. Just like you may be looking for some pretty toes, I'm looking for someone who can absorb my lifestyle and still build on top of what I've already built. That's
So
what I'm looking for. If I don't
understand.
find it,
I
then
understand that.
it
I,
still
under,
will carry on.
I
But
understand that.
what
Sounds
does he
good.
get out of this, right? Because
What
what
does
keep
How do
saying
you
they
relieve
want,
his what do
yeah,
you how do
what
you
they
relieve
keep
his stress
saying
and
they
his
want
burdens?
over and over again is they want peace in their home. They want to be able to come home and have it be like it was when it was in that honeymoon stage. They want a peaceful home. They want a loving woman. They want a loving, men are saying that they want a loving woman. Okay.
They
They
won't
want
have
a
time for it.
peaceful woman. She's loving. Yes. They want meals. They want to eat. They want snacks in the
How
house. They want
how
healthy
much
snacks
time?
in the house or
So
whatever
when
snacks they want.
when does he go to the gym? When does
They want
he have no let me ask
I,
the question before
bro,
you
we went together
Casey, let
because
me ask the
I
question
like
before you answer it. Okay? When the all this stuff you get to do, all this fly shit you get to do. When does this motherfucker get to go to the gym and enjoy the eucalyptus steam room? And when does he live his life that he's busting his ass making all this money? Because to me, as much as you're saying that housework is slavery, when does this man get to enjoy his life? You're talking about what burdens and stresses you're removing from him in order to in reality, in order to for most men to provide this life for any woman, they gotta damn near kill himself, right? And that's just let me read this super chat. This is the perfect commercial for Passport Bros. Just keep running the clips,
let me
right? So I'll explain that to you in a second. She doesn't understand the terms, boys,
yeah,
right?
damn
Right.
toxic masculinity lingo
So passport bros means the guys that fly out of the country
to go have sex with women for cheap.
as opposed to having sex with women here for more money.
Okay, I mean if that's what you want to do, like
Well, who
that's your
let me
preference.
ask you so let me ask you this. Who would
Or go have
under
sex with her.
okay, sounds good. Why should a man choose to do this thing you're describing, right? As opposed to that, because that is easier, cheaper, and you don't die at 48. As opposed to this, those women are not demanding or asking for what you're asking for. So basically,
Sex is
you're
not companionship, first of all. A
You said
woman
what?
is
So
just
there are
having
no.
sex.
So are you saying there are no women overseas that want relationships?
They definitely want to be taken care of. It's just the
Okay,
difference. They don't have
fi-
anything to add to it.
fine, but those women are willing to do all of
Yeah,
these
because
things that you're calling slave labor.
they don't have any other skills. Like, it's a waste of my skill set for you to have me on the floor
But you
scrubbing
don't
the
want
floor.
to use your skill set. You said that's
I didn't
masculine.
say that. I did not say I did not want to use my skill set. I never said that.
Okay, so what skill set? You said is masculine. You said that you're
No, I
only
never
doing
said that.
your masculine shit because the guy
I never
hasn't
said
come yet.
my intelligence is masculine. I never said my perspective, point of view, and insight and experience is masculine. I said having the burden to have to go out and make things happen is masculine.
That's using your skill set, though.
I never said my skills. No, I'm
So
using
tell
my
us, tell us, so
I
tell
am
us
using
what,
my skill
tell us
set,
what
but
the
I
skill
can
set
use my skill
is.
set to benefit you and not be working myself
What
out.
does that mean? Tell us what it means.
What does a skill set mean?
No, what skills? What is your skill set that you're going to use to make my life easier?
Okay, so my personal experience being in relationships with men
Mm-hmm.
is that usually they ask me my opinion. Sometimes they ask me to file some paperwork. I know how to file quick and easy and fast in a hurry because I'm really good at paperwork. I'm really good at really good at research. I'm really good at doing things that benefit him, his ideas, his goals, his dreams in life. I'm really a really good, valuable asset. I'm actually really smart and resourceful. And
So filing and that's the skill because
I didn't say filing. I said
what so
research.
you
Now,
you're a
what-
degreed college
because
graduate. I want to hear some real skills that are at the level of what I can't do or what anybody can't do. You said skill
okay,
set.
I know how to. Okay, I know how to file business taxes for sure. I know how to file personal and business taxes for sure, and I know how to make sure that you aren't giving all your money to the government and that it's legal and
Well,
it
you
don't
will be
cost. It's not a burden for me.
so
It's easy
uh-huh.
because
You'll be doing that once a year.
it's real easy for me, but I'm saving you a whole lot of money because first of all, for my skill set, you would pay someone thousands of dollars. Second of all, if you didn't have someone with my skill set, you'd be paying the government thousands of dollars. And that's just
Where does it cost thousands of dollars to get your taxes done?
what if you have a business, if you have assets, if you have like real assets.
It costs more money to provide soft girl life. I'm trying to. It's actually cheaper for me to hold on.
But
It's
so
actually
it's
cheaper
cheaper for you
so
to go have sex with prostitutes and get a tax preparer. If you don't want a woman companion, like if you don't find any value in having a companion, like
we ain't
I
talk,
like men. Okay,
we're not.
this
Go
first of
ahead.
all, I want to say something.
Okay.
I actually enjoy men. Like I actually enjoy my man. Like I actually enjoy spending time with him. I actually enjoy cuddling with him, talking with him,
You're not
laughing with
answering these
him.
questions.
Like I actually like quality time and I
I
actually like my man.
I
Like
need
I
likes,
actually like
people. Likes,
good.
people.
Sex is good and it's great. And sex is really sexy and feels real good. And it's a good time with someone who I love. But even on top of that is connecting mentally with someone, like
You're
being
telling me
there
what you
with
want. You're not telling me what he
someone
gets
with someone.
from this.
So I actually like
You're not
men and I
you're not
actually
telling
deal
me what he
no,
gets.
because this is important. I actually deal with men who like me, like the person I am, like spending time with me, like talking with me, like bouncing ideas off of me, right? How can
Right?
he do whatever? I'm very, like I said, very resourceful, right? So I have helped my man plenty of times get ahead, get from here to here, and it was not burdensome for me. And I did not ask for anything in return. But what did that man do for in return for me? He
I didn't ask you
relieved
that.
my burdens.
I didn't ask you what did
This
he
is
do for
real
you.
life things. That when a man has a good woman who is resourceful and willing to help him get ahead in life, willing to help him get ahead, whatever his skill, whatever his trade is.
Shout out to Dre J.
When I come to the table, he's going to go from here to here. I'm his freaking encourager, coach, pastor. I'm everything. I take him a man. Every man that I've ever been with goes from here to here. And if when we break up, I don't take anything away from him. It's established. He's here. So when it comes to him being a person who's appreciative, of course he turn around and says, like, I want to relieve your burdens because, Casey, you have made my life easier. You have made my life nicer. So now that I've gone from here to here, of course, instead of me being selfish with my money that I have accumulated, I'm going to relieve some of your burdens because you know what? I appreciate you. I love you and I enjoy you.
Which burdens? Which burdens?
Whatever burdens he can alleviate.
No, you got to give me burdens. I ask you, hold on, Casey. I've heard you out. Hold on, I've heard you out. I've heard you out.
Yeah.
I've heard you out. I've heard you out. I've heard you out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wait, one more thing.
No.
In the Dominican Republic, and she can't speak English, and she's not educated, and all she can do is lay on her back or ride your dick, then of course all she's gonna provide is come and scrub your damn floors. She can't give you no advice. She can't help you.
So let me ask you. Okay, so let me ask you. I heard you. So let me ask you.
Go ahead.
Because it would sound to me as if you're telling men what they should want.
No.
No. Hey, bro. Hey, this ain't the part. Hey, Casey, this is the part where I talk and you listen.
Mm-hmm.
This is the part where I talk. This is the part where I mansplain you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You just woman-splain the shit out of me. Okay? All right. So your man says, Jim Rat says, deflecting from the questions at its finest. At its finest. Thank you for the super chat, Jim Rat. Okay, so let's get to the meat of this. Because we ain't getting around this shit. We ain't getting around it. We almost at the 2-hour mark, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad this is a Friday. Y'all motherfuckers, if y'all provide a soft girl life, y'all got to work tomorrow. Y'all might want to check the replay. But if you ain't provided soft girl life, you ain't got shit to do tomorrow. Hopefully. Understand this. I'm going to ask you these questions again. And this time, I don't know. This time, I don't want the shake and bake answer. I want to know, as a man, what burdens, and let's not talk about women overseas just yet. What burdens, which one of my burdens will you relieve me of in this arrangement? Now you're talking to me now. Which one of my burdens?
So now it's personal.
I want you to sell it to me. I want you to sell it to me because you said that you got a skill set. No, hold on. Because we hear this all the time. We're going to help you build and this and that and yada, 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 yada. We hear this shit all the time. Black men, we hear this shit all the time about, we're going to kill ourselves and y'all going to build some shit in the background. That's what because niggas don't build shit. Women build, right? We hear this all the time that women are going to build something for us that somehow we can't build for ourselves, even though I thought that building some shit was masculine. That's what I thought, according to the conversation that we've been having tonight. You're saying that these are things that you have to figure out, and that building or doing any of this shit is some masculine energy shit. Right? No, that's what you said. That's what you said.
I wasn't disagreeing with you.
So we ain't gonna do the boogie around that shit. That's what you said. What I want to understand is, while I'm doing this, when do I get to rest in my masculinity? When do I take a break? When do I get to do all these things? Not only that, what are you contributing? Now, you compared yourself to these women out of the country. These women out of the country do not demand half of the shit. Now you say, well, it's their skills. They don't have a skill set. All they can do is, what makes you think, and no disrespect, what makes you think that niggas give a flying fuck in a relationship about you doing our taxes? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? And you pretty much serving as a secretary to shit that we doing or we could pay for that would be cheaper than the lifestyle we're providing for you. If we had to give our accountant soft accountant life, or give our fowler or bookkeeper or whatever secretary soft secretary life, I wouldn't need, if I was to go to one of these countries, I wouldn't need that woman to fulfill any sort of, executive purpose for me. That man that's providing you this life was doing that thing before he met you because, as you say, he was doing the masculine shit. Why is it that we would need you to do that? Not just that, but why isn't that masculine? Because now you're doing it for us as opposed to doing it at a job. Why isn't all of this figuring shit out, building for us shit masculine, right? Because you're supposed to be living soft life. You're supposed to be at the gym. You're supposed to be getting the little diamond shit on your nails. And you're supposed to be doing all of this. You're supposed to be chilling, getting your hair done. And you're supposed to be sitting under the hair dryer and, getting your face done at the Mac counter and yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. So you can look real pretty for us to walk in the house and fall the fuck out on the bed from providing this soft life for you. See, I don't think that you're looking at this in the reality that it is, that if a man has to bring all of this money home, that motherfucker's gonna kill himself. Likes, people. I need likes. I got 135 likes. Casey, hold on. I want to see that like number move. Please, people. I'm looking at it. I don't know if it's going up. Yes, sir. I appreciate that. Hit them likes. Begging for likes. I want, because what I said to you, soft girl life sounds like hard nigga times. Soft girl life sounds like hard. This is not a partnership. It's not a partnership. Now, if you find a guy to do this for you, I applaud it. Especially in this economy that we're in. I applaud it. Like you said, guys, will do this, that, and third. I applaud it. I'm not hating on nobody that wants a thing and they're trying to get it. Just understand the reality of 2022. The reality of 2022. Okay. Hard nigga times. And this is why a lot of men will not sign up for this, right? A lot of men. Listen, I can't tell you what your experience is and what guys are offering to give you or not give you, but it would stand to reason, right? That if niggas was offering this, at least a man that you wanted, right? You'd have it by now. You'd have it by now, right? There are guys out. I'm sorry. You what I'm saying is, if this thing that you're talking about was so abundant, you'd have it right now. There are more women than men in this country. There are more black women than black men in this country. How many black men do you think? Let me ask you: is your requirement that he be a black man?
Yeah, right now.
Okay. Understand that there are not many black men in this country that exist in this space. So K Paso says, why would a software engineer spend a fourth of his income to provide and all he's getting is taxes and a flat stomach in return? Right now, I want you to understand, Casey, these are men talking.
Mm-hmm.
These are men talking. So when I ask you, what do men get out of it? Understand that most of the no, listen. I want you to listen to me. I want you to understand that This audience is predominantly men. If it was predominantly women, and I said, hey, I'm a man with a nice stamp collection, the women would laugh at me. Don't you like? I come with a. That's what I bring to the table is a stamp collection. I got a nice stamp collection. I got the upside down biplane, and I got Harriet Tubman on a stamp, and I got the Buffalo nickel, and I got the double headed quarter and shit like that. Let's say I had those things, and I said to women, "Hey, I got these collector's items." Prosperity, in the future, they're going to be worth some generational wealth. This is what I'm selling, right? Women are like, we don't give a fuck about that. Just understand that your filing of the taxes and all of these different things to these men in the audience sounds like a nice stamp collection. These are men. You can't tell men if you're fishing. What are you throwing in the water? You're throwing worms, right? Worms catch fish.
I'm sorry.
I don't eat worm. I just want you to understand these analogies. I don't eat worms. You don't eat worms, but fish eat worms. You might like a steak. Whatever it is that you like to eat, you ain't throwing that shit in the water to catch fish because the fish ain't gonna bite. They looking for worms. That's what they like. They don't give a fuck what you like and what you think they should like. They only biting for worms. They biting for worms.
Agree.
So you gonna have to offer niggas some worms if you want niggas to bite. And that's how that works. You don't get to tell the fish what they need to bite for. They bite or they don't.
Right. You have to give to your market. You can't tell your market.
This is a lake full of fish listening to you talk.
Right. You have to serve your market.
Right. So understand, if everything that you're saying to them sounds like a ribeye steak, because you like ribeye steak, if it ain't a worm, they ain't biting. So you might say to them, I'll do all of this and that and build and blah, blah, blah. Understand that a man that can provide you a soft girl life does not need your assistance to build anything. What Black women need to do, if they want to build, they need to find a motherfucker that they can build with. Women are looking for guys to provide out the gate. They're looking for plug and play. They're looking for plug and play. So if you're looking for plug and play, then you're not looking to build anything. Just because you throw a brick on the roof of a skyscraper don't mean you help build that motherfucker. Yes.
I've never met a man who had means that wasn't enjoying my resourcefulness and smart mind. He already has an accountant, but I bring value, right? So you want me to list my value. Like, what can you do besides scrub floors?
That's not what I asked you.
Besides scrub floors.
But you saying you want soft girl life. You wouldn't be using. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Continue. I'm sorry. No.
I have you saying you started out by saying, if it was so abundant for me being offered to me, then why am I still single? I've been single since January. I took time to make sure that I was nice and healed from my last relationship, that I wasn't bringing any extra negativity or anything from one relationship to the other. I decided in June that I was ready to date. I started dating in June. I have been dating since June, and I only date men who can provide, voila, that
so
life.
already built men.
This is important. This is important though. It's not about that they can provide it. It's about that they present it to me. I have never once in my life gone out and said, I need that. I
don't have to say it.
Right. I don't even talk about that. Like, that's a given to me because it's always being presented. There is no lack of men trying to provide for me. Like, for some reason, and maybe, you want to talk this out with the men who are saying that they want to provide. They are saying to me, I want to provide for you. I want to protect you. I want to take care of you. That's what men are presenting to me. I never once have, still, while I'm dating right now, I haven't chosen my mate. I have not. I've been dating since June. It's freaking October. I have not decided who I'm going to choose to build a life together with, right? Or join or come into union with. I haven't made that decision. I'm close to making that decision, but they presented to me that they wanted to provide for me.
I don't think it doesn't make a difference.
But wait.
Go ahead.
I even have gone so far. A man that I went to college with who approached me, wanted to date me once he knew I was single. And the whole time of our first date, he talked about how he wanted to spoil me. And then proceeded.
Shout out to Mike and Vince. Thank you for the super chat. Continue.
He proceeded. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to get to the reciprocation. But he proceeded
tangible reciprocation,
to then put it on the table, like make his like after that, days after that, to put actions to his words. Those were his choices. I never once asked that man to do anything for me. I have never been married before. I am a single woman, never been married before. I have been in committed relationships and I have not been married. So anyways, I don't have children. Anyways, what would I be reciprocating? I have never met a man who don't want nothing from me. Like, I don't know, like the system engineer, software engineer, right? So I have dated software engineers before, and they definitely been asking me things. They've definitely been asking for help with this and that. Not his taxes, maybe, but with something, because I'm an intelligent woman.
Then like, what? No, you can tell us what it is.
There's a value in having an intelligent woman versus having a brain dead woman. Like, if you want a brain dead woman, good for you. That's fine. That's a preference, right? But
I think there's a lot of mileage between a woman that could do your taxes and somebody that's brain dead.
You want to list my skill set besides filing?
I don't. That's not what I'm asking you. I've asked you
how to get business funding. I know how to write.
Okay.
Wait. I'm gonna go through the list of my skill set. I know how to write grants. Mm-hmm. I know how to research where the grants are coming from and write the grants and win the grants. I know how to get business contracts. I know how to set up your business so it can get the small business funding. I know how to be a prime or a subcontractor to a prime. I know how to go find a prime. If you give me any industry that you work in, and I'm automatically going to be like, you could do this, and I can help you. I can actually do that for you, because a lot of times it's about access to those things or knowing how to do those things, right?
So let me ask you this. So you saying this is what you do?
If this doesn't benefit any men in this chat, then by all means, go and be
understand all of these things that you're describing is what you already defined as masculine. I just want to point that out.
Me, right?
No, it is. These are the things that. Hold on, Casey.
I'm adding to him.
These are the things.
My man, no, this is no.
So in other words,
I'm never going to just take away from my man.
Casey. We're not going to talk over each other, Casey. These are these things that you're outlining.
But you're saying we're not going to talk over each other. But I was talking, and you.
But you're going. You said some of this. You said some of this executive shit already. And what I'm trying to understand is these are the things that you. These are the. Hold on. These are the things that you entered.
$4 from the government doing what you do right now.
Casey,
getting $4 million from the government.
Casey,
is that what you want?
Casey,
you don't want that?
Casey.
No, I want to ask the software engineer that.
No, we can get
doing
Casey, chill.
Do you want that or not?
Chill. Listen to what I'm saying. These are the things. These are the functions that at the top of this discussion, you said you would enter into a relationship to get away from. Now you're saying no. Let me continue. You can disagree with me when I'm done talking. Casey, you can disagree with me when I'm done talking. You said
I wasn't done talking in the first place.
Because you've told me, you said this already.
No, you don't. So you get to interrupt me and tell me when I'm finished.
Okay, so continue to tell me all the wonderful financial services that you can offer your man that you said that.
What
but
else?
you're,
I mean, so what?
because you're talking about figuring shit out, how to get money. That's masculine energy. You said that.
In the chat. I was asked in the chat, what is reciprocated? Then I was also asked by software engineer, why would he want someone who can do his taxes? So I'm coming back and saying, do you not want $4 million contract with the government already doing what you're doing, Mr. Software Engineer?
But if you're a soft girl,
if energy, because I don't have to figure out how to go get it. I'm just showing you that it's
you're figuring out.
obtained.
If you're filling out, you said you're figuring out.
No, you're still interrupting me. With his skill set, I can come to the table and bring $4 million to the table. With his skill set. Right now, maybe he's making $120,000 and he gets with me, and I'm bringing $4 million to the table of how he can go out himself, can go out and go get it.
One question.
So wait, I'm not finished. So then is that
keep saying this.
How much is my soft girl lifestyle? It's not the whole $4 million. I can tell you that right now. So he got more than enough left over just by adding me to his team.
Okay, so let me ask you this. If you know how to do this, two questions I have. How many men have you done this for? Number one, don't jump in yet because I got super chats. Because this is what you can do. Like I can do this for him and I can get $4 million. Right? Well, shit, if I knew what paper to fill out to get $4 million, I'd be holding in my hand on this shit $4 million, right? So then if you're trying to escape from the wilderness, then that would imply that you have done this for yourself, $4 million, right? That would imply that, because you're offering this, you're implying that you can offer this service, even though these are masculine things. This is, no, you said it. This is stuff that if you were on your own as a single woman doing for a company, all this financial figuring out, right? That you would be doing in this relationship to benefit him and get him $4 million or whatever. All of these services that, again, you got into this relationship to avoid this sort of work in the first place. You're saying that your skill set would be wasted. The skill set that you built outside of the relationship so that you could support yourself. But now that this man is supporting you, you're returning back to the same work that you entered the relationship to avoid in the first place. So while you're doing all of these things, when do you be a soft girl?
Why do you think me getting someone a $4 million contract is hard work? And why do you think that means that I'm not living a soft life? And why do you think that's
because you're doing man shit? That's man shit. Man shit is going to figure out how to get $4 million contracts. That's what men do, right?
No.
So why is it masculine when you do it by yourself as a single woman, but it becomes an asset to a relationship as a soft girl to do it in the relationship?
Right? I'm gathering something, his skills, I'm gathering it, and I'm like,
but you have skills too. So then that means you can,
because I have skills, then I can do more. I can do more with what he brings to me. So this man is specifically bringing to me that his skill set is a partner, not a husband. I mean,
he's right.
Generational wealth. Yeah.
But that's not soft girl.
So anyways,
that's not soft girl.
Once he makes $4 million from the government, why am I not living?
You're figuring out the $4 million.
I'm telling him that it can be done, and it's very easy for me. It would take me 25 days. That's not hard living. 25 days.
You can get
clerical work. No, first of all,
you can get 25 million. What is it? $4 million in 25 days.
Yes, and you know that I can, because you know you have already told me personally that I'm very smart. So
I do think you're very smart.
If I say that I know how to do something, then I know how to do it. How many people have I done this for? Only
So
one person. But if I've done it
why
one
do you
time, I can do it
need
again.
to? But I'm trying to understand, why do you need to be in a relationship to affect this?
I don't want to have to labor and toil. Like,
But
okay,
that's
I
labor.
don't. No, wait, let me finish. Like,
I'm confused as
I
fuck.
know how to make $4 million from the government. That's your max, right? That's your cap. Before, while you're a small, a sub contractor, or if you're like a small business, even if I don't give a damn if you put me as a woman-owned business and it's your business, I don't care. I will tell you where to get your office so you can get a hub zone, you can get
Why I
a
need to,
small business.
if I'm already self-made,
The
why
whole
I need
point is,
all this?
no, the whole point is, no, let me finish my point though. The whole point
Okay.
is that I'm not coming to the table to be a bill. I'm going to come to the table. I'll bring the $4 million contract, how to get there, and then I want to sit down. But guess what you're going to have to do? You would have to actually work that $4 million contract. Like the $4 million contract actually has to be worked. Like, so, Mr. Software Engineer, you would actually have to get a team together, and you would have to actually build whatever software system that the government wants from you. But so that's the labor that I do not want to do. The labor that I will do is 25 days to get you that $4 million, and I can go sit down.
So thank you for Mr. Albert for that super chat that I just displayed on the screen there. I appreciate you.
Oh, you
If
get
I missed any super chats, please let me know. Let's look at these likes here.
I want to turn on the fan, but it would bring too much noise.
You say what now?
Nothing.
So again, so this okay, so the only way or the only reason that you would get a $4 million contract is if there's a man in your life to work for the $4 million contract. So as a no. I heard what you said. So this again, you asked me not to cut you off. I'll let you speak. You took a long pregnant pause just now. So now it's my turn. I'm going to imagine. So basically, the only way you want $4 million in 25 days, you got to find you a dude
who got a skill set,
so that you can get this $4 million in 25 days. This is some interesting shit. This is, again, I do think you're smart, but I want to make sense out of this. That as a single, you're gonna wait until you get in a relationship so that you can. We said check for my questions in my $5 super chat next. Okay, so again, you're waiting to be a millionaire through a man's skill set through a 25-day $4 million contract, right? And contract, we don't even know what the $4 million this is kind of very, very vague. Like, what is but before we do that, because we've been speaking in like vague language for a couple hours now. What I'm trying to understand is, if you would do, hold on. If you went to school, got a degree, you did all of these things, you already built a business, right? Because you said you're tired. I don't think there's a motherfucker in here that would be tired, too tired to get four M's, right? Why not? If this is something that you're able to do, if you did all the other stuff, then why not get a contract? Because you can figure all this stuff out. You figured it out. You figured out running your business. You figured out all these things thus far. So this $4 million is eluding you because you gotta pick a motherfucker that has the skill set for the $4 million.
No, I don't have to wait for a man. I'm currently in the works of going after my own contract, because what I said in the beginning was, since there's no man present, then I'm gonna go get it for myself. Have I done? You asked me before, have I done it for someone else? I did do it for someone else. I should have did it for me instead of just giving it away, but I did it for someone else. Now it's about going to do it for myself, because like you said, why would I wait for someone who's a software engineer to buy software engineering when I have whatever service that I can offer to the government, and I can go out and get the contract that takes me 25.
What I'm trying to understand is if in 2022 women can do all of these things, they can get educated,
there
they
are
can get all
women
this money.
doing.
No, okay. I'm not saying that there aren't. I'm asking a question now.
So there are a lot of black
Casey, I'm asking you a question. Easy. I'm asking you if all of this is the case, and I don't believe that it isn't the case. What the fuck you need him to provide these things for? You're saying you're tired. What I'm saying is, no, hold on. Because I don't, again, let's remove the emotion that's developing here. And we're 2 hours in. So what I'm trying to understand is, yeah, you know, my man said, he said this behavior reduces black men's lifespan, and I would have to agree, right? What I'm trying to
come on here and debate.
now, you don't want me to bring dudes in here. I'm not gonna do that, right? You know. So what I'm asking you is, let me get down to this super chat.
Not me saying I could bring $4 million to the table is reducing his lifespan.
So let me hold on. Don't read that yet, because don't read it yet. I'm asking you a question, right? If women are in the position in a first world nation to make all of this money, why is it still like required for men to come and give you this life? I figure $4 million could pay for some help. $4 million can pay for maids. $4 million could pay for eucalyptus treatments and all of these things that you would need a man for. Now you say you got a skill. No, hold on. You say you got a skill set. For some reason, right? You talking about doing taxes and this and that. You know, somehow we found our way into this $4 million discussion, right? But okay,
because I kept being asked, what do I bring to what is the benefit?
What do you bring? No, I said, what is the benefit? And what, you know, I would imagine that a self-made man,
he don't want what I got. I got you. He don't want what I got to offer, and he wants to go to Dominican Republic and just fuck some whores.
That's not what I said.
$20.
No, we ain't even put that aside. Put that aside. This is a self-made guy. Do you know that a man of the level you're talking about? Let's say he did go to DR. Since you want to bring that up. You know, the lifestyle that you can live down there on that American dollar is probably equivalent to this $4 million that you're talking about. So you're going to give him the $4 million contract to work while you do soft girl shit. So what I'm trying to understand is if this is something that you are selling and providing.
I'm not selling it. This is what I come to the table with. Like,
when I say sell, I don't mean sell like, hey, do this for me and I'll charge you. I'm saying that this is something.
Right now,
this is something that. Okay.
Right now, currently, I'm dating 2 men, and I'm going to have to make a decision who I'm going to commit to. Right.
Right.
Both of them are self-sufficient, self-made men who can provide this lifestyle. Both of them enjoy my company, like me, are talking about they want to build a family with me, have generational wealth with me, take what they've done further, want to provide for me, want to spoil me. This is what
they want to do.
This is their damn elevator pitch. This is not my. I'm just sitting.
You told us this already.
Yeah, I know.
I need you to tell me something else.
Because it keeps getting redundant. Like
it doesn't have to be redundant because I'm saying something. I'm
minding my business and walking down the street. I'm reading my text messages, and so the man who owns a couple of hotels is saying, like, hey, I'm going to be in DC next weekend because I would like to see you.
Check this out, Casey.
He wants to have marriage with me. So Casey, you're saying that what man would want me? What man would want what I offer? What man
I didn't say that.
And
I didn't say that.
Like,
the question. The question was this.
I'm about to check.
Casey. You're repeating yourself. I'm not going to go down. No. Hold on. Casey.
And I want companionship with them. If
Casey,
y'all don't want a woman,
you're going to talk over me.
Companionship. If you just
Casey,
want what? Like a sex
Casey,
toy, then go get a sex toy. Like,
Casey,
why debate me?
Casey, I'm gonna mute you. I'm gonna mute you. I'm gonna mute you. I'm gonna mute you.
Bye.
Check this out.
Bye. Say bye to all.
Good night. So I kind of knew that would go in that direction. I'm gonna have to call her afterwards. So Marcus, remember that she said in the beginning that she's too intelligent to stay home. These women all want to be Miss, and like BGS said, they're too argumentative and defensive to be a so-called soft girl. SYSBM, great show. Casey, SYSBM, it stands for Save Yourself Black Man. Let me know if you want to come back. Let me know if you want to come back up. I took you down because it looked like you were about to jump off. If you want to come back up, let me know. So I'm going to read some of these comments, right? Just chill for a second, right? I wouldn't mind having you back up, right? So let me scroll. Said for my troubles, I appreciate that, Joe. All right. So I asked, this is the question that I asked because she, again, I never said nobody wanted her. Didn't say that. What I asked, and she said she's not selling anything because all these guys are making these offers. I want you to listen to me, Casey. I didn't say nobody was offering to be with you. I know of the relationship that you was in, right? We talk. What I'm saying is when I asked you, as far as soft girl life is concerned, for conversation's sake, I asked, what are men getting in return? And you have to speak men's language. Men are not looking for women to do any of the shit that you're talking about. We're not dating, I don't know if the guys are like, hey, I'm looking for a woman that can get me a $4 million contract. That's not what men, especially men of that level, are looking for. It's not what they're looking for. Because I'm asking you this question in the context of what men are looking for. Okay? Of what men are looking for. So you got to speak our language. If we ask you what you're looking for, that would be an easy question to answer. It would seem to me is if we tell you what we're looking for, what we want is a problem. It's oppressive, it's slavery, it's all of those things, right? You go right to, oh, you want me to scrub and this and this. Understand this, right? What you're asking us to do requires work. So what you don't get to do is you don't get to characterize your function as slavery because it requires work and then tell us that it is our biological function to do these things, right? If men are offering you these sorts of arrangements, I already said it. I'm not mad at it. Get what you can get. If a man is saying, hey, I want to spoil you and give you this and that and, send you to the gym that you like and all of these things. If that man really is going to do that for you, I would suggest you take that. I'm a businessman. If somebody says to me, I can get it for cheap, I tell you, go over there and get it for cheap. Right? Because that's getting it for cheap. You want this grand thing and you don't want to pay too much back into it. That's getting it for cheap. Right? Understand this. The reason I say that you're pitching this is because this is what you want, right? This is what you want. I don't know what these men are expecting. I don't know these guys, right? I don't know them. Maybe they don't care if you work. Maybe they don't care. I'm sure that they're not looking for the skill set you're talking about. They're not looking for a woman. Niggas don't look for women with skill sets. most men, especially men on the higher class of society, we're not looking for women with skill sets. That's the reason why men go to these countries, is because we don't care about skill sets. Not looking for women with skill sets. We're not looking for women to facilitate, you know, clerical or bookkeeping functions. Again, these are the things that you're trying to get away from as a soft girl. Figuring out $4 million contracts is not soft girl shit. You're supposed to be at the gym and in the steam room. That's soft girl shit. Right? Oh my God. Right? So one can only derive that there is not much that men would call valuable from this relationship. You can say what you bring to the table. I don't think that there's anything that you presented in this conversation that a man could not get by himself, not being in a relationship with you. Understand the reason why a man would pay this higher price is because he has to get something out of the relationship that he could not get on his own. Right? Let me read some of these super chats. Might be over talking, but majority of the men here have the means to do it for you, and we are telling you, we are telling her what we want. If in fact she is meeting men who are saying that, and thanks for that, Romello. If she is meeting men that in fact are telling her, hey, as is, I want to do exactly this thing that you're asking for, and I don't need anything from you. I just want you to be here and to rub my back and do all these things. Again, if that's the deal that you work out, cool. I'm not mad at it. Just understand that most men, this is not something that's going to work out for most women. It's not. It's not going to work out for most women. Most men are not with it. Most men who are self-made don't need, it's like how women say, well, if we paying 50-50, then we a roommate. Men are not looking for power dynamic, like power couple dynamic. We're not. Men are not looking for power couples dynamic because we're self-made. We're doing masculine shit, right? We don't want the women. You already said it. You said as a soft girl, you don't want to do masculine shit. Well, we don't want you to do masculine shit either. And what you're offering, you don't realize it, is masculine shit. You're saying, I'm going to do this and that and file taxes because I have a skill set. Skill sets of that nature are what you described as masculine. This is what you went to school for, and it's what you're tired of doing. You said this. I'm using your words. This is what you're tired of doing. You say, well, I'm going to do it so we can get the $4 million, and then I'm going to rest in my femininity. I heard everything you said. I'm going to rest in my femininity after I get this $4 million. This is $4 million after the business that you built that will get absorbed into the marriage that I now have to run because you're tired of doing masculine shit. You're tired of running the business because I'm the man. I have to lead. So you go get the eucalyptus. I keep saying eucalyptus. Go get eucalyptus while I run the business you built, because that's man shit. You can't be a soft girl running the business you built. So we were going to dismantle it, but you said, well, why would we do that? Just understand that the money that comes in from that business is not yours anymore. You said it's ours. So understand that that business will be paying for shit. You don't run that no more because you're a soft girl. You don't run that business no more. You're a soft girl. Go be a soft girl. Go kick it while I run this business, run the situation or work the job that I was already doing when I met you, because I'm not leaving that. And then on top of that, work this $400 million contract. So I'm gonna run your business. I already said run your business, run my business, or / work my job, and have you get this $400 million contract for us. And with all of this millions, then I will kick it back to you for you to live soft life. And while I'm juggling all this shit. I want you to understand, number one, there are women outside of the country that are looking for husbands. It's not all prostitution. It can be argued that what is being offered in America is prostitution, but at a higher price for less. It can be argued, right? Also understand is that those women out of the country, and right now I'm just speaking about passport pros, understand those women that are outside the country, you're saying, well, all they know how to do is scrub and this and that and the other. That's kind of been how it's done for a long time. I don't think most men in the chat take issue with that. You're trying to make an argument for what you would rather do because you have a skill set, as opposed to what motherfuckers don't mind a woman doing. I don't think that a man ever divorced his wife because she was doing too much housework and not filing enough taxes. I'm just saying, you look down on the wifely duties, but men are not mad at that. Put that broom down. I want you to file these taxes for me. Said no nigga ever. You want me to bring you back up? Because I see you talking. I can't hear you. Do you want me to bring you back up? Just understand that the things that you're saying that you have a problem with because you have a skill set that would be wasted. I see you. I'm going to finish saying what I'm saying first, but we are not going to talk over each other. Understand, nobody. And I just want to highlight this comment. She is being racist. Most of those women out of the United States got degrees. I think that it's an oversimplification, right? And I'm gonna speak to what Janfar just said. It is an oversimplification to imagine that all men that are traveling out of the country are going out for sex tourism. There's men that go out there, never come back. There's men that go out there and bring women back. Right? They are looking for the same, in some cases, for the same deal you're looking for, except because they're looking for men to take care of them. But what they're offering in return is all the things that are beneath you to do. All the things that are beneath you to do. I've never looked at a dating profile from a man and seen any of the things listed on his profile that he's looking for in the woman that you described that you can do tonight. Men don't give a fuck about that. They don't give a fuck about that. They don't give a fuck about that. You know exactly what you want. If you have men that, because, I'm going to sit here and comfortably say that the men that are courting you right now are not looking for you to do those things that you said here. I understand that for argument's sake, you're saying this is what I can do. This is what I'm able to do. But again, your skill set is what you have put together in your single life, and this what you want to abandon in a relationship. So it wouldn't even make sense that you would continue to do those things trying to be soft. right? Yeah, the reality is this, and a shout out to Nameless. Nobody wants to fuck your degree, nor do they want to pay for a grown child with conditional femininity. And you said men want to be unconditionally respected, unconditionally loved. But what you did was you named a bunch of conditions straight out. Soft girl life is a condition. The things that you are expecting in a soft girl life are conditions. If there was no soft girl life, if the level of lifestyle was not, you know, handed to you, then you have no interest in a relationship. Like, you want soft girl life. Is it BGS? I did ask, hey, hold on, Marcus. I did ask a woman on a dating profile to edit a book for me. And then we got married. We made $4 million off the book sales. Shout out to BGS and more, man. She got me a book contract for $4 million, and I'm using it for her eucalyptus room in the house. And she's out there right now feeling the cool effervescence of the eucalyptus plant. So I'm going to bring her back in. Right? He's a Fiverr fam Fiverr. Yeah, Fiverr's cheap, you know. Casey says, I have a particular set of skills, right? A feminine female say, he can pay the bills. I'll take him as I rest in my femininity. Right. So let's bring her back in. I'm gonna bring her back in and I'm gonna let her respond to me. Yeah. 4 million in book sales in 25 days or less. That's interesting. Right. So let's bring her back in. You've heard me talk. It's time for you to talk and I listen.
I'm off mute.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, um,
You just threw with me, aren't you? She gonna kill me, yo. You just threw it. Fuck this nigga up.
no, I'm actually sleepy, but
So we're gonna
so,
wrap this up soon. So give
yeah,
me give me
okay,
give me your final thoughts on this, and then we're gonna keep it moving on here. This is Friday night, and motherfuckers got other shit to do.
yeah.
So yeah, let's do that.
All right. So look, I was writing something. I don't know if this chat actually works, but whatever. This is what I said. Companionship.
Oh, you
Men,
put it in private?
oh, I
Go
don't know
ahead.
if this works, but men, you asked, what are men looking for? They're looking for companionship with me. Um, None of these men have asked me to clean their freaking house. Um, do you want me to scrub your floors for you, or do you want me to have really good sex with you? Because that's like, I was told before that men didn't want sex. Like, like you were like, what else can you do besides have sex
I
with
never said men don't want sex. I didn't say that.
no, what else can you do besides have sex with me? That's
Mhm.
why I started listing my skill sets, because like in this soft girl life, like I have plenty of time to have good sex. Like I plan on having a lot of good sex. Like
Mhm.
definitely plan on having a lot of good sex with my free time with my man who is giving me that soft life, because I'm really appreciative.
So
Um,
why? Real
but wait,
question. Go
I want
ahead. Go
I
ahead.
want to, and it's because
Mhm.
I'm sleepy, and so I want to be selfish for a second and just like answer like the naysayers, right? Like
Mhm.
I understand that what I'm presenting, you see no value in it. I understand people in the chat see no value in having me as their woman, and that's a preference, right? Like if you don't see value in having me as a woman, I'm not offended, like not at all. So go and get whatever woman you see value in having, right? Because that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you have to see value in me. I was asked, what do I bring besides sex, right? and if I'm not scrubbing floors, like, do you really want me to scrub your floors that bad, or is it
I
just
don't I don't I don't think
or just
anyone said that. Well, go
floors
ahead.
clean? Like, I don't know. Like, who has to scrub the floors or the floors clean? Like, I can't figure out which one it is. Like, I've never had a man who has a certain level of comfort in his life ask me to clean his house. Just never ever.
It's y'all house. If you
So
live y'all together. I thought it was y'all house.
ever. Like, I haven't experienced that if he already has a housekeeper, then why does he want me to come and clean the house? Like, usually they have a housekeeper themselves. Like, we agree on that. Like, it's a waste of time and
If he
money.
already has a housekeeper in his
So
house, you didn't
yeah,
agree on
I
anything. You
have a
walked
house,
in and he had a housekeeper.
but now we have one house. So anyway, so the whole point is, like, if you see no value in me, okay, that's your preference, right? So it's no big deal. Like, find you a woman who you see value in. If you see value in a woman who is going to scrub your floors, then find you a woman, right, who's going to scrub your floors. If you don't see value in anything that I'm presenting, then don't have me as your wife, right? Don't get on bended knee and ask me to go nowhere, because that's your preference, right? You're looking for what you're looking for, right? And like I said, so I've already been redundant about that. This is my thing. Like, we have to coexist as man and woman, right? Like, we can't be fighting and feuding. We have to come to an agreement, right? An agreement. Like, what you want out of this? Okay, baby, then I'm going to give you what you want from me. And you're giving me what I want from you. And then we come into agreement. And then we live our happy life together. So there is, what's missing from this is the agreement that a man and woman come together. Like, you asking me to meet the needs of what, 100 niggas in a chat? Like, I can't meet the needs of 100 niggas in a chat.
That's not what I asked either.
I can only meet the need of one man in the chat. Okay, so that's all I'm offering. All right, I picked.
So, shout out to Ty. Nice shirt. Them things are thangin', right? On a Friday.
Apparently,
All right. So take that.
I would like for you to address this person who in the chat who was talking about I had a gut, Marcus.
All right. So we almost to the end of this.
So anyways,
let me. Hey, I gotta read the super chats. Part of the job. Part of the job. It's part of the job. Just let me do it real quick. Hold your thought.
Romello, you want me to scrub your floors? Is that what you want me? If we came together, that's what you want from me, to scrub your floors? What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Otis and Romello, what do you want from me as a woman? It seems like a good person to do business with, but not a good girlfriend or wife. What do you want from a wife and girlfriend? Yes, I already said that I want to nurture my man. I'm very loving. I'm very nurturing. Like, I'm very affectionate. Like, that's the thing I said I was doing in the beginning, was that I was nurturing and loving on my man and encouraging him, supporting him. And some people said that wasn't good enough. I need to come with some skills, like scrubbing the floor. Anyways, good night. You can mute me. Good night. God bless. Thank you.
Hey, look, I appreciate you for jumping in here. You thugged it out. You thugged it out. I told you this would be a bit rough. You thugged it out. I appreciate you for coming in here and, you know, dealing with me, dealing with the chat. And yeah, man, this was very interesting. Let me see if I got any more. Like, where the likes? Where are the likes? Where are the likes? I want some more likes. Give me more likes, please. Feed me more likes. Looking for this number to move. More likes. Thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. We just wanted some understanding. Now, what I want to, before you go, because again, this was about, again, not only soft girl life, but what you wanted to understand from the manosphere or the toxic masculinity space, and then I will let you go because you are finished. If you have any questions about what these guys, you know, gripes are with women or anything of that nature, you know, you can say them now or for forever hold your peace. I want you to give your thoughts on again, this space we call the manosphere, that you feel like toxic masculine, it's toxic, right? So express what you feel is toxic, because we often hear toxic in the context of anything that we don't agree with. But give me that.
Everyone has trauma. Everyone has something they need to heal from. And a toxic person, man or woman, is a person who has not healed from their own childhood trauma. And I hope that everyone takes time out to actually address and heal from all their toxic issues. But I also had to take time out and heal from my toxic issues. I had to take time out, heal, analyze. How did I cause myself pain? How did I get myself into certain situations? We all have to do it as human beings in this world. So when I say someone's toxic, it means that they're not healed. They have a lot of unhealed things going on, and they're expressing it in their communication and in their relationships. And the only question I have for people in the chat, you can make me a better woman right here, right now. I'm saying probably in the next year, I'll probably be getting married to a good man, and I plan to being a good woman to him. I plan on having generational wealth and having beautiful children and having a healthy family, a healthy life, right? A healthy love, good sex, and all that. So you could be healthy for me, and you could uplift me, and you could tell me finally, instead of asking me, what do I bring to this situation? You could tell me, what do you think men want from a woman like me? Since I am, someone said, not a good wife or girlfriend material. I never heard that in my life from anybody who personally knows me. But anyways, so what is a good wife girlfriend material? Not scrubbing floors.
How you gonna eliminate something off the list of what you want them to
The
tell you?
floors are clean. Can we get past the floors? The house
So
is clean. And
so how does it get
what
clean?
else? What
You
else?
have yet
Nope,
to answer.
nope, it's clean. When you came home,
How
it's
does
clean.
it doesn't just get clean? How
You
does it get
came home,
clean?
it's clean. Now, what else?
Who
I
clean?
want to know from the
You
super
ain't clean it. Who
chatters.
cleaned the house?
The super chatters. I want to know, what do you want from me? What do you want from me?
You want these answers? Yes? Okay, she's muted herself. All right. Uh let's see. Wait. You sure you want these answers? These guys are going, but okay. So Alan Stranger says cardio. All right.
That comes with the gym membership. Go ahead.
Right. So DOS says mental illness has been passed down from mother to. All right. I'm gonna be reading comments.
But that comment wasn't finished. Like mental illness, so that's about healing. So you want a woman who's healed?
Well, mental illness is not just somebody who went through stress. Mental illness is mental illness.
Who has like imbalance. So you want a woman who takes her pills if she needs them?
Let me see. How do you get that D and that stubborn? Understand, I just want to address what you said earlier. You said something about,
That D.
fabulous sex, right?
What is
You
that?
want, I'm sorry?
What is that D? Marty said, how do you get that D and
That
that?
D, that dick.
Huh? I don't understand.
Marty, type it all the way out. We'll get back to it.
She
All
needs
right.
losing weight. Black.
Okay. So we addressed that already. So let me see. Be quiet and less combative. Your energy is too hard.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here.
But I was asked to come and debate. So is there a way to debate that's less combative?
No, we didn't have to talk over each other. Let me see. Oh, how did you get that old and stubborn? That's what he meant to say.
Help me in my next relationship at all.
So
Not helpful. Marty, you should probably heal, honey.
So where's Uru at? Uru is right here. So Uru says, Sally, darling, you would have to had become that woman 15 years ago.
Okay, so you like them young. R. Kelly like?
That's not you. You wouldn't be underage of 15 years ago,
I think so.
Casey.
Age.
You,
He like
you're playing
21.
the extremes a little bit.
He like
If
them
he
19,
said if he
20.
said if he said 35 years ago or something like that, then you'd have an argument. 15 years ago, nobody's a minor. Um, Carlton Banks says, "I want you to be raised as a Latina."
I'm a black Latina. So now what, Carlton?
Okay, so there's the answer to that. And let's see. Seems like they always have to go to an extreme to have an ounce of a logical response. I've never heard anyone in the space or anyone online or in person begging for scrubbed floor.
I asked
Shout out to making her crazy.
possible
Make her.
information to like help me become a better woman for my husband, and I have gotten nothing. Like, really? Nothing but put downs. Like, you basically, how did you get this way? And you'll never, like, really?
Shout out to Jim Rat
Like,
zero
is
eight. We're
the
not
last
here to say the B dubs. It's over
I
with.
can't
All
even
right.
give like uplift someone at all. Like, I didn't come on here and put down anybody. And I said, if I'm getting married in the next year, how could you uplift me? You know what? Good night. Good night, toxic masculinity nation. Y'all be blessed. Okay. I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. It's 11:53. I'm going to bed.
Hey, thank you for doing this, man. We'll talk tomorrow. Go to bed. We'll talk. Yeah. Shout out to Jim Rat. Marty, I didn't see your ad on you added me on Instagram, and I was looking for your profile. I didn't find it. Marty McFly. I'm talking to Marty McFly. So all right, Janfar says you already gave us what we need to know. Your personality and character were on full display. This was interesting. Again, I know this woman for over 10 years. This is interesting. This was interesting. And I know her long enough to know that she was going to get, I warned her. I warned her. This is a different energy here. Shout out to everybody that jumped in here, man. Please give me a like. Do not leave without a like. Let me hit 200 likes, please. Please, please let me hit 200 likes. Oh, 191 likes. Right? Nameless, I see you. He said, thanks for the case study. All right. Mr. Donnie Mack, what is she willing to do out of love for her man? What is she willing to do out of duty for her man? Does she know the difference? What I wanted to say to her, maybe she'll catch it on the replay. But what I wanted to say to her is that what she's offering, right, is the same thing that she's talking shit about the women overseas being prostitutes. If you can't call the women overseas prostitutes while offering men a more expensive version of the same thing, you can't do that. If you're saying that what he gets out of it is nurturing and fabulous sex and all of these things, you can do that there in a real relationship. I'm trying to understand, like, when it comes to this passport brother shit, I'm trying to understand the logic of why shit changes in America versus third world. And I feel like American women, I said this on, I think it was General Tito, Hardcore Tito. American women, not just black American women, but black American women especially, carry a third world energy in a first world country. They carry a third world energy in a first world country. It's like buying American versus made in China. Right? I appreciate y'all for thugging this out with me. This That's my peoples. This shit was fun. This shit was fun. It's hard to get girls to come on here with me, man. I just want y'all to understand that, man. It's very difficult for girls to come on here with me. Shout out to Brandy if you're still here. But it's very difficult for me to convince girls to do this. And I'm going to at least give her credit for being brave enough to come here, because this shit ain't friendly for anybody who's thinking of that. So you need to learn the role of a wife, not the position of a partner. Be less transactional, more receptive, acceptive, and synergetic, something that has to be, again, learned over time with examples. Tomorrow night, I am here again. Tomorrow night, thanks, Nameless. Tomorrow night, I'm here again, and I will open up a panel. Tomorrow night, the topic is the price is too damn high. This is something that me and the boys have been discussing. Shout out to Dom. Shout out to Hassani. Shout out to Mike. The price is too damn high. With all that we know about women and the laws and this and that and the other, we still into these situations. The price is too damn high. Tomorrow night, same Marcus time, same Marcus channel. Appreciate y'all, and we are out of here. Right? Holla at your boy. Hit me with a like. Hit me with a comment on the video. I want to see comments on this video. Talk some shit. 100, baby. This was Friday night. Tomorrow, Saturday Night Live. I will see y'all tomorrow night. Hey.